the group finished up at Grudhug, the hill giant den. Guh was killed and then set on fire, essentially burning the whole place to the ground. And you got back to Yartar, where Crane got a little bit of extra training. Oh, frig, I never sent you that goddamn...
I have it in my brain.
Okay. Because I know I explained it to you, and I never actually wrote it
like
down.
Complicated.
No, okay. So, just I was like, crap, I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, Crane got some new training, and then the group used the conch to teleport to the court of the hill giants, known as Maelstrom. Upon showing up, they met the two princesses of the Storm Giants. The one purple-haired one, very haughty and kind of prideful, named Miran. And a quiet, cold, kind of didn't say much, but always had her eyes on you. Pale-skinned storm giant named Nib. You all walked in. They were a little bit disturbed by the fact that one of the cloud giant lords was an animated zombie.
Oops.
But they were curious as to why you were here, how you got here. You mentioned that there was some treachery afoot in the court. You mentioned that you had talked to the Oracle, which seemed to give some credibility to your plight. There were you noticed there were four other giant lords in there: a frost giant, fire giant, a cloud, and a stone that were also waiting on an audience with the new leader in Hecaton's stead for now, the youngest sister, who you know would be Sarissa. You were sent down to the guest chambers to wait because Sarissa was busy, so you waited there for a couple hours. Moyer was a little antsy because shortly after entering this place you found out that this is in fact the bottom of the ocean. And you're not sure how far down you are. But after seeing a shark swim by a crystal window, you kind of figured, we ain't on land anymore.
Presumably bottom, so...
Yeah, you presumably. So, after a couple hours, by the way, Frank, you have how many temporary hit points, Derek, from your ability?
I think it's 14. Let me check.
Because he used
13.
Yeah, so you have 13 temp HP. So you waited for a bit, and then Miran came back, retrieved all of you, and led you back out into the main chamber where you teleported in. She walked up the stairs away from you all, and you notice that the four giant lords you saw earlier are standing in the room, and the frost giant closes off your pathway up the stairs.
Yeah. Can I retcon something real quick?
Oh yeah.
Downtime.
Sure.
That eyes rune.
Mm-hmm.
When I put it on an item, I can still use its like daily abilities.
The eyes rune.
No?
Basically, once you put it on, whatever it's listed, like the stuff that's listed underneath, that's what you can use.
No, so it loses its top stuff.
Yeah.
Well, then it's worthless to
Yeah.
put on something.
I don't know why you would, honestly.
Okay. Alright, well then
But
I'm
yeah,
not gonna put it on.
If they did have a few days when they were getting ready for the journey, so I was going to say that if you had any preparations you wanted to do in Yartar, anything you wanted to get done, Crane did some training, Yarl did some like community work made a little bit of a name for himself in the broken down, boony corner of Yartar. And Ethan outfitted his army with more bows and arrows. Well, mostly arrows, I guess. But yeah, if there's anything you wanted to do.
No, I'm not worried about that. I was
Okay.
just gonna tune it. I was just gonna put it on something, but I don't think there's any reason to do that because the actives are better.
Mhm.
The daily stuff.
So, okay. Sure. Yeah, so you enter into this chamber, you look around, you are surrounded by 4 giant lords. The frost giant with kind of a little bit of a look of regret on his face looks to all of you and he says, it's like, it is unfortunate whatever twist of fate brought you here. But for acquaintances of Harshnag, at the very least, I can give you a warrior's end. As they all draw their weapons. Roll for initiative.
Oh boy. That's not good, as we call it.
So, important notes. There are certain things that were said back before in the presence of the giant lords. A matter of fact, I'm gonna let Malachi go ahead and roll an insight check because I know your insight's really good, and one other person can roll an insight check.
I am also good at that.
16.
Okay.
I'm not actually really good at that. I thought that was intelligence, but 16 too.
Okay. Yeah, Malachi, you notice that this frost giant is not totally in support of what he's doing. Like it kind of, you can kind of guess that he's been ordered to do this and he's reluctantly fulfilling that order. Crane, earlier you noticed that whenever you guys mentioned that Harshnag was killed by an ancient blue dragon, particularly the fire giant lord, like had like this angry look cross her face at just the mention of a dragon. It appears that she especially hates dragons. And then the stone giant, whenever you mentioned the oracle, there was kind of an extra surprised look on the stone giant's face. There's just certain things that seem to speak to certain giant lords, so something to keep in mind.
So I pissed them all off.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I get you mean.
Well, who is the one giving the orders? Like, at this point, it's...
You would assume it's the storm giant sisters, the princesses.
Okay. Where are they on this map? Which ones are they?
They are not on this map.
Oh, okay.
The sister walked. So you see this? This is a spiral staircase right here.
Uh-huh.
She walked up that staircase and left. Basically, just left you guys and
With these 3 giants.
with the 4. Yeah.
The 4. Okay, so we've got a
Cloud-
fire giant.
Yeah. Cloud giant here, fire giant down there, frost by the stairs, and this is a stone up here. And then the second sister you guys haven't seen since you left the kind of the audience hall. So 20 and up on initiative.
Oh fuck.
We're 24.
24.
The wisp got 20.
Okay. Hey Crane, you didn't get beat by a wisp.
Yeah, it didn't roll very well.
15 to 20.
Absurd.
I got 15.
17.
Okay. Ooh, Malachi with a
God.
17. How's it going?
Killing it. I came to play.
We're in there, boys.
10 to 15.
11.
11 for Moyer. Is that every 1, 2, 3?
I got 6.
Okay, you got. Oh yeah. So Yarrow got a 6 then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Top of the order. Unsurprising. Crane. By the way, each of these squares is 10 feet. Quick reminder.
Okay. Trying to think about what I want to do.
You have options.
What was the stone giant? What did they take notice about?
The stone giant seemed particularly interested when you guys mentioned the oracle.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to turn to the frost giant
Sure.
and yell out, Harshnag died for our cause. Don't you think it's noble enough to let us destroy the corruption?
Let's see here. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
26.
26.
I have a plus 10, dude.
Freaking. Damn. All right. Yeah, you shout this out, and at the mention to Harshnag, you see, I mean, it elicits a reaction from him. Harshnag, it seems like, is both a frustration to him, but he also a figure of respect. This frost giant kind of looks at you, and he seems to be faltering for a moment. So we will see on his turn what he does. So that was persuasion check was just like an action or something like that. So
I want to move.
Where would you like to move?
Actually, I think I'm fine here. Never mind.
I'm gonna say, since you're next to the pool of water, though, you do look down. You do notice that the pool of water, it's like the floor of it kind of starts to taper down, and it looks like it descends into a tunnel that goes under the water. Just a note.
Okay.
Right, the wisp.
Fuck it, we're gonna go zap the fire giant. Blast him.
All right.
However, this dice is terrible, and I do not think a 7 blasts them properly.
A 7 don't do it.
Got
Yeah, it kind of goes up, and it just and he's wearing this ornate, finely crafted plate armor. It's like, just kind of looks down at it and goes.
Makes whisk noises.
Yeah, she is amused by your little floaty light.
Unfortunate, however understandable.
Malachi.
I'm gonna. I don't feel like we need to start trying to crack skulls yet. I'm gonna go over to the water and use the icy mantle. Icy mantle.
Okay. From the shard of the Izrin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of obviously showing the what it is. Because I'm standing in front of basically the ice guy. So
Yeah, and he takes note, and there is a look of recognition on his face as you produce this artifact. So you are doing icy mantle. Let's see, creates a mantle protection, and you're using it on yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Next minute, reduce to 0. Right. So, gotcha. Yeah, so Malachi goes over to this pool of water. He kind of dips his finger in it, and then kind of takes the water and just kind of draws like a little bit of a line on his armor as you see this kind of icy shell start to appear around his plate armor. That's your action.
I don't have a bonus action.
Okay. Next, Ethan.
Hold on. Look to Malachi. Just like, are we fighting?
And I'm like, I don't know yet.
Okay, dokie.
I don't know yet.
Three of them look like they're ready to swing at you. One of them looks hesitant.
Okay.
Wait, okay, which one is this guy? He's
The top
okay.
one? That's a cloud
That's
giant.
And what was his? He probably hates us regardless.
The cloud giant, you haven't seen any sort of reaction out of the cloud giant yet. There might be a way. You mean it's an aristocratic looking cloud giant, lord.
His
There might be
friend is probably sitting there undead.
There might be a way. I mean, that he is kind of glaring at that. But there is a potential, but you're gonna have to be a little creative with that one.
Okay. I'm gonna need the fire giant to make a wisdom save.
Sure. No.
Okay.
Let me double check. 8.
No.
It's pretty good. You sure?
Okay. He's now charmed.
Okay. Are you using charm person? Or...
No, I'm using dominate person.
Oh. Okay. Let me look up dominate real quick.
I charm him. I have a telepathic link. I can issue commands.
Yeah, here's the weird part where it comes up with humanoid versus.
I checked, and
I think because it's their
it's
mind.
It's mixed with different things.
Yeah, you're not like holding their muscles in place. You're holding their brain in place.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I don't think I know there's a charm monsters, but I don't think
There
there's
is
a dominate monster.
Well, there is a dominate monster.
Is there?
Yes,
Okay.
it's just its 8th level.
But I wouldn't really call giants monsters.
It's it's
It's not hell
weird.
giants.
So
And honestly, the best way you can describe it is they do have a humanoid.
yeah,
That's fair.
I'm gonna okay.
I
Yeah,
always feel like whole
well,
person,
that's
that
fine.
makes
Okay,
sense,
so
like, huge.
so the fire giant is dominated.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell him to
It's the
not
patriarchy.
attack.
So you're basically
Like,
telling
as a free action.
Just
Yeah.
stop.
telling him to
Like
stand down.
telepathically. Yeah.
Okay, or her.
Oh yeah, her. My bad.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna, as bonus action, if we get attacked, tell skeletons and sensory to attack.
Okay. So basically, have them be on watch.
Yeah.
Sure. That is doable.
Cool.
All right. Yeah. It's the fire giant's turn. The fire giant, newly dominated. Let's see. And then is it just like, let's see. You can use it to precise control, or as a free action, just give them a command. Each time it takes damage, new saving throw. Otherwise, yeah. So only if they take damage. So yeah, no. She's gonna take her great sword and just kind of like set it down on the ground next to her, and just kind of just stand there. And she passes her turn.
Whoa.
It is now the stone giant's turn.
Haha.
He dies.
The stone giant is going to stomp up to Moyer. Gonna take a couple swings at Moyer. As he brings out this massive kind of jeweled club, looks like it was just carved out of the side of a mountain, with I guess like large like gems set in it. The first is a 22. The second is a 12.
One of those hit.
Okay. You
I'm
take
assuming it's a 12.
probably the 12. Alright, 16, 22 points of bludgeoning damage. As this club just slams into you. Yeah. That's all a stone giant can do for this turn. It is now the frost giant's turn.
Oh boy.
The frost giant looks to all of you and he says, "You say you're here to root out corruption in this court. I've never trusted those sisters. And while Harsnog and I had our differences, I can afford him this much respect." And he just kind of, much like the fire giant, kind of places his axe down and just passes his turn. It doesn't look like he's willing to go fight the other giant lords, but he's willing to at least stay his hand.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So next, Moyer.
Okay, I will strike out at the stone giant for a second.
Yep.
Yeah. The lowest was a 24.
Yeah, that you
Probably
bet.
misses.
You bet that hits, bro.
Dang it.
I mean, they have a decent AC, but it ain't 24.
30 damage.
30 points of damage in total?
Yep.
Alright, yeah. That looked like it hurt. Okay, anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Yarl,
Okay.
you actually beat the Cloud Giant.
Wow.
The Cloud Giant had a 5 initiative, you had a 6.
Whew. Alright. So I think with the, do you think if I was like here, I could Burning Hands both? Because it's 15-foot cone.
I mean, I don't think so, because they're like,
It's fair.
kind of, I mean, if you stood far enough back, it's 20 feet, hang on, so, let's see, if it's about, between, so this is about you know, I guess, because it's 15 feet across at the end, and I'd say it's probably about 15 feet between them. Sure, yeah, I think if you positioned yourself just right, yeah, I think you could, so from,
Here-ish.
yeah, in that square, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a little, yeah, it's a little awkward, but I think you can at least clip them.
Do I want to do first or fourth level is the question.
Oh yeah, because you actually have an option now.
I do. Well, I had the option before, but still. First or fourth? First.
Do you want to burn your 4th level in the first fight?
Probably not. That's fair, honestly. Yeah, we'll do first level Burning Hands, which also means I need to do a Wild Magic Surge check.
Did you get Burning Hands from your sorcerer side as a sorcerer spell? Yep.
It's a sorcerer spell, and I'm using the sorcerer slot, so. As a 10, that is not a 1.
Yeah.
So,
Correct. Dexterity saving throw then?
yes, DC of 16.
Alright. The stone giant rolled a 17.
Unfortunate.
The cloud giant rolled a 14. Wait.
Alright.
Yes, 14.
Okay.
So, full damage on the cloud giant, half damage on the stone?
Yeah.
Alright.
If it just found out the D6, that would be immensely helpful. There it is. Wow. Wow. I literally rolled 1, 2, 3.
Oh no!
Wow.
That sucks. So 6 damage.
Maximum, yeah, for the cloud and 3 for the stone giant. My dice, like, really don't like me today. Jesus.
That does suck. Alright. It is now the Cloud Giant's turn. The Cloud Giant says something to the Frost Giant. Anybody who speaks Giant can understand it.
Hi.
But you hear him say to the other one, he says, "You're a bigger fool than I thought, Helenhild, if you're willing to defy the Storm Giants in their own home." And they move up, and they're gonna take a swing at Yarrow.
What if you did do that?
Well, you just toasted.
I did 6
their
damage to
yeah,
him.
you
What do
toasted
mean
their toes.
toasted?
You toasted
He's like-
toasted his toes. He just got
He's
them done.
Like slightly warmer
Well, that,
at best.
look. The good news is the first attack ain't even close.
Okay, that is good news.
Cause
We'll
I
get to
don't,
that.
I don't think. Wait, actually, hold on.
Oh
Holy-
no.
They got a big to hit. And there, does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, never mind. The second one
wish-
definitely hits, because the second one was a 31.
But I'm not a Hexblade Warlock. Say 31 for the second one?
Yeah, that's what that hit was.
I think those both hit. I
Alright.
feel like I don't like that.
As this big, massive morning star comes down, the first one
Oh.
is 15, 23 points of piercing damage.
Ah, I see. I am hurt.
The second one,
Uh-huh.
23.
Ah, I am severely harmed. I see.
As,
Ah.
yeah, just slams into you.
So what I'm going to do is say, fuck that. Actually, can I just do it? Can I do this with this? Now think about it. For the first attack, could I use my Misty Escape just to teleport away and have the second one miss?
oh yeah, it's a reaction.
Okay.
So as soon as the
Okay.
first one hits,
Then,
I mean-
yeah, I'm gonna say fuck that.
okay. Yeah, no, you can teleport away and then turn invisible.
23 damage, right?
Yeah, 23 on both. So you can take 23 hit points back, and then now the Cloud Giant can use their second attack on something else. Is basically how that works.
Okay.
But yeah, no, as soon as you get hit, you can just be like, nope. That is how reactions work.
I will just reappear over
So,
here. And I am invisible until it's
yeah,
my
I say
turn.
you're invisible. So like, yeah, just wham, and then you just pop, just disappear, and it's like,
Fucking
the
god.
frick? Yeah, Cloud
The
Giant's
magic
confused.
trick.
In that case, the Cloud Giant would then, after a moment of confusion, turn and glare at Ethan, who, since Cloud Giants are relatively intelligent, has deduced that you are probably the one that animated Sansuri.
What?
Since you're surrounded by an undead army.
But we're all wearing robes. 4 of us are.
Four of you are.
Well, you're still in
Which
the
one am I?
you're still in the front. He'll hit the closest one then. Oh look, it's you.
I feel like Sansuri's closer.
Oh, that's gonna hit. That's a 29.
Unfortunately, yes.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that one hits.
Let me do the math real quick.
You take,
Well,
let's see, 12, 14, 22 points of piercing damage.
so
So,
22
mhm.
points of what?
Piercing.
And then half that, right, for the DC for concentration?
What are you holding? Oh, you have to concentrate on, yeah. Mhm.
11. Oh yeah, I get that. 17.
Okay, yeah, so you hold
Alright.
concentration on the
Okay.
fire giant.
So, well, as I get attacked, all hell breaks loose as 11 arrows shoot at him, and Sensory also.
That's right, because they were holding whenever you got attacked.
That makes sense.
So Sansuri is just going to unarmed attack then? Because she doesn't have a weapon.
I assume she'd have at least one rock with her.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to use a rock, we'll just call it,
Improvised.
we'll just call it like, say 2d6. If it's a large rock, yeah, it'll look like 2d6 as a melee attack.
It's still plus...
Plus the strength, all that stuff, yeah.
The strength. So like plus like 6 to hit?
19? 19 hits, yes.
And then you said 2d6?
Yeah.
Plus anything else?
Strength.
So 12.
12 points of damage to the Cloud Giant. She just clocks him in the face with this large rock.
Alright, so the first 2 skeletons, that is a... Wait. Let's go hit for skeletons. 22.
Yeah, it hits.
18 for this next 2.
Hits.
Next ones are going to be a 23.
Yeah.
Next one are a 14.
14 matches.
Hoggers. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. So we'll just do the last 3 as one. And it's 15.
15 to hit?
Yes.
Yeah, it hits.
So...
Yeah, it's just this volley of arrows from the hallway just fly at this giant.
Wait, that's Cyrus. Ethan, shit, right there. Okay.
Yeah, basically the Cloud Giant walks up, slams this Morning Star into Ethan, and then all of the undead that under his command just like in one motion all just like jerk and look at it like its direction and just let this all rip.
So he takes 66 damage without me rolling.
So 66 just from like the freaking the plus to hit.
Yes.
Jeez.
Oh no, there's some ones. Alright. So, this is fun. 10, 20, 30, 34. So yeah, 34.
On top of that, jeez Louise.
Yeah, 100 damage, actually. There you go.
That's big boy damage. All right.
I gotta get rid of 11 arrows.
No, Crane. It's back to your turn.
So the Frost Giant has stood down
It appears so.
for now.
You don't think he'd be the type to backstab. From what you know about Frost Giants, he's probably above board.
So I know that the
It
Stone Giant.
appears that the
Perfect.
Fire Giant has also
Indeed. You're kind of surprised.
So the Stone Giant perked up whenever the Oracle is mentioned, right?
Yeah, they seemed to take extra, pay extra attention to that.
I'm going to turn to the Stone Giant, and I'm going to say, that the Oracle sent us here. Why stand in the way of uprooting corruption out of your own court? I'm not asking you to fight them. Just let us pass.
Roll a persuasion check. Since you mentioned the Oracle, you have advantage.
That is a 28. And then, well, that's a 17.
All right. The stone giant's eyes kind of dart to you. Look back down at Moyer. Look back to you. There seems to be a little bit of hesitation there. Anything else?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to move closer to Ethan.
Brother, help me.
Brother, I am pinned here.
Okay.
So, the Wisp is up next.
Oh boy.
It appears like the fire giant has stood down.
Exactly.
Zap it,
So-
just to make sure.
It's gonna go zap the cloud giant.
Okay.
Aha!
That is a natural 1 because holy fuck, my dice are not good, apparently.
It implodes.
Like,
That's a self-destruct thing.
it's kind of like, it just poops
Yeah,
out.
where they damage a building or something like that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't do it. This even less effective. The cloud giant honestly doesn't even notice the Wisp is there. Malachi.
Actually summoned units. Like timed things. I played that game too much, I'm sorry. Frank, are you alive?
I'm here.
Turkey.
Okay, so the stone giant stepped down or back or no? Or what are we?
Crane talked to it. It seems hesitant. It seems like there was some sort of effect from what Crane had said. It hasn't had its turn yet, so.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go the top. Is it an action to make a speech, or is it like,
persuade?
what
Yeah.
was I-
That's an
okay.
action.
What is my persuasion? Like shit.
Really? It's in charisma or no? It's wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clerics
Um,
ways
He's not
and
paladin,
ways.
he's cleric.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go hit the cloud giant because I don't think we're persuading him.
Sure.
We never know what his hook is.
Also, he's already been heavily damaged.
I'll tell you after.
That's fair.
Question.
Yeah, what's up?
So I'm just like curious, but like
21.
Arcane.
Go ahead.
21 hits. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting your turn.
No. Do thing. Ask a question because I gotta roll a bunch of dice now because I'm doing the
So-
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Arcane Recovery says up to a combined level 5,
Mhm.
but do you have to do a combination?
No, you can do one. You can do 1 5th level spell if you want, or you could do a 3 and a 2, or 5 1s. However you want to mix that up.
Oh, that's much better than I thought it was.
Oh yeah, no. If you want to just get a 5th level spell back, you can.
Yeah. That's
Wiz-
19 damage.
A
Wizards are cool
short
like that.
rest
19?
at any moment, comrades.
Yeah, that's 19 damage. Killed.
All right. Yeah.
Some of it's thunder, some of it's slashing.
Okay. Good to know. It appears that it is all effective.
Oh, and I push him back.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I push him back. How many feet?
10.
Where is it?
I think it's 10 feet.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's
10
not.
feet away from me. Get your ass back, dude.
That would push him back into Sansuri. So.
Well, we'll just angle it. Like,
Oh, you
so
want
it's
to?
like,
Sure.
you know-
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of You.
Yeah, I don't
use-
want Ethan to lose concentration. All right, I have a general idea of how spells work. I saw.
Oh,
him
you
cast
know.
a
Yeah,
spell
you
on Fire
entirely.
Giant.
Yeah, no, you entirely
I
know
very
what
much-
he's doing.
Like for Ethan to maintain concentration.
Oh
On that.
yeah, Malachi would fully understand this.
Math is fun.
So yeah, you slam into this cloud giant, and that pulse of thunder just blasts it backwards, kind of surprising this massive giant that this tiny creature managed to shove it. and his back kind of bumps
I
against
know
the
it's
cave
power
wall.
of a god, but you know.
Yeah, well, he just looks down and sees tiny creature.
How much temp HP did you actually give us?
13.
No.
Fuck.
How much damage did I take?
Just,
22?
just add
22.
13 to your health.
True.
Look at that. Just add 13. You're good.
Math is hard.
All right.
True.
Ethan, it's your turn.
So
Uh-huh.
murder and
Uh-huh.
mayhem.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Ooh.
There won't be a heart left beating, so on and so
Whoa.
forth. Boom, chakalaka. All right, Sansari, gonna punch this this man with a rock.
Do it.
22.
Yeah. She smacks him with this big old boulder. Bop him on the head.
That's 16 points of bludgeoning damage, sir.
16 points of bludgeoning?
Yes.
That is a number.
Typically, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Typically.
I mean, this giant is bleeding. He looks battered. He's looking hurt.
I shoot arrows into him.
That
Whoa.
is probably not his preferred pastime.
Arrows, my only weakness.
Arrows. Also large rocks.
Damn it!
The first
Also
two are
thunder swords.
21.
Yes, 21 hits.
Second two are 22.
Yeah.
Second are 13.
No.
The three. Sorry, third one. The fourth one is 21,
Yes.
and then the fifth one is also 21.
So 4 out of your 5, aka 8 out of 11.
Yes. Which, so he takes
What's the minimum damage from just the modifiers?
66.
Okay, it's dead.
Fucking what?
Okay.
Arrows just turn this giant into a pincushion
They block
as he falls to the ground.
I was able, I would raise him for being a douche.
You can't. You only get one giant F you.
No.
All right.
And then-
Sensei's kind of a bigger douche, so you know.
Very true.
True.
She's like the biggest.
True.
Go's pretty big too, though. TBH. In multiple ways.
So I still have my turn.
Yes, you do.
Do I want this giant to do anything?
I mean, you have if you
Okay,
you could take
all right.
like complete control over it with your action and like precisely tell command it like it's a giant freaking robot.
Okay, I will do that.
What do you want it? What do you want her to do?
I want her to move over to the giant thing of water
Okay.
and then throw her weapon into the water.
Oh yeah, no problem. Takes the great sword.
Into the water. And
Basically,
it's-
you kind of you use your action. Your vision kind of blurs a little bit, and much like when Yarol looks through the Wisp's eyes, all of a sudden
I'm so big.
you're in control of this giant as
You're
you
huge!
see yourself and your party down beneath you, and you're like, "This is what it looks like." And you
Hi,
stomp.
Malachi.
You stomp. Yeah, the fire giant waves at you, and you hear her say, "Hi, Malachi."
And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and so
then I'm like,
As the only non-magic user in the party, I'm like, what the fuck?
so she stomps over, and you just watch her take this massive greatsword and just, and it goes into the water and then starts to like slide down into the
Does she have
tunnel.
any other weapons on her? Or is it just the great sword?
For right now, all you can see is the greatsword.
Okay.
So, the fire giant
I
does
see.
that.
Yes. That will be my turn, good sir.
All right. So, we have. It would be the fire giant's turn. The fire giant is dominated. So at this point, right after the fire giant is the stone giant. So we'll go to the stone giant. The stone giant looks at what just happened to the cloud giant, looks over at the fire giant, sees whatever random crap's going on there,
Said hi, Malachi.
looks over at the frost giant, who's just
Sit
like,
down.
I'm sitting this one out, and just kind of like backs up a little bit.
Oh no!
Just kind of backs away. Moira, are you taking an attack of opportunity or anything?
Is he running or backing
He's
up?
backing away.
Then no.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of backs away.
Ninja, vanish.
Kind of, and then
I did that.
lowers his club. It appears that the stone giant's very quiet, doesn't say much, but kind of looks at Frost Giant and says, "I suppose we should have an audience with the young retainer then."
So what I still have.
So at this point, yeah, initiative's pretty much over. You've got a little under a minute left of domination time on the fire giant. You cannot persuade the fire giant while she is dominated. Doesn't work that way.
So
If you're dominated, can you see what's going on, or do you just basically you just go black for a while?
I think you kind of
picture it more like a daze, but
yeah. I think you would
but that's
remember.
just being charmed. Period.
I think you would remember generally what happened, but it'd be a little fuzzy. I would say. That's how I imagine it. So yeah, she'll like afterwards she'll know that my sword's down at the bottom of the freaking like tunnel.
Question.
Yeah, what's up?
So what did that cloud giant had a weapon, right?
Indeed, a giant morning star.
Okay, Sensor picks it up.
Sure. All right. So
that's a starter for that one. And then
so just as a note, so it'll still be the +9 to hit, and it will do 2d8 plus your strength modifier. So that's what that weapon will do. Is a 2d8 of damage.
that's including giant strength.
No, that's including it. Because it's it's a giant-sized weapon. Because I think morning stars only do like 1d8 normally or something like that. So
Okay, that's fine. All right, cool. Better than a rock.
it is. At least for,
In a few seconds, I'll be like, oh god, what do I do with a giant?
you got about 30 seconds.
Well, should we try and convince him? I mean, it is pretty obvious that dragon is, like, pulling the strings behind the scenes. So, like, maybe we, like, try and restrain him so that we can talk before we fight? We have to fight again?
I mean, if you're being restrained, does that put you in a buddy, let's agree with you kind of mood?
I mean, their only option is to fight five
It's either-
people
Without a weapon, yeah.
Except
So, I mean,
I type deal.
Okay. Alright, well, let's just, talk to him about... Okay, so here's the important point for him, right? We were sent here by the Oracle, right?
there was a dragon.
And a dragon literally killed Harshnod in an attempt to stop us from fulfilling that Oracle's request, right? So that's what we need.
She doesn't like dragons. All right, cool.
The giant's
On the same
beginning to
page.
kind of shake her head a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just drop it.
Okay. Yeah, the spell drops.
I'm like next to
Hiding behind her. It
I
drops.
reappear, but I'm back here.
Yeah, you guys had some time. You position however you'd like. She kind of shakes her head, and she comes to. And there's a moment of confusion.
Hello.
And then there's a moment of, and as you say that, she looks at you, and there is intense anger.
I am sorry for doing what
I'm
I did
standing
to
in front
you.
of him. I'm standing in front of him.
Okay.
I did not, we were being attacked, and it's just like the dragon. We felt like we were in, you guys are really,
We just want to talk.
yeah. And
She walks
dragons
so
are-
so Malachi,
you
you're
want-
standing in front of Ethan. So right there.
Affirmative, Cap.
Okay, so she'll walk up directly in front of you, and she kind of like squats down a little bit, looking like over you, past like to Ethan,
Oh gosh, she's so big.
and she says, "What is this about a dragon? Speak quickly."
There was this big, I think so-and-so was an ancient one. It was like blue one, I think.
Mr. Blue.
Yes.
Yes.
It was blue.
What does
And
what
it was
does
very
this dragon
big.
have to do with?
I
why
don't
you're
know.
here?
Well,
It destroyed the Eye of the Allfather.
yeah.
It destroyed the oracle.
Well,
it toppled the
it kind
building
of like
down,
toppled
didn't
the
it?
entrance.
collapsed it and everything like that. Yeah.
It tried to prevent us from leaving.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Not you, Crane,
Yeah.
because Ethan's the one heading this one. So with advantage.
Persuasion. I am not good at that.
Yes, guidance on.
Sure.
On him.
Yeah.
What is
Add
that?
a
What is
D4.
that?
Add a d4.
That's a D4.
That is probably okay. That's much better. It is now with a +3, 14.
Okay.
Guidance.
She glares at you real hard.
Oh no.
She looks over to the other two giants that are standing to the side now. And she says,
I mean, we could have killed you, and
she says, it's like, you are fools to trust them.
what?
They're using you. She's like, however, it appears that this is outside of my capabilities. Now, if you'll excuse me, as she starts to kind of step back, looks down into the water. I need to go retrieve my weapon. Have fun. And just kind of stomps and then starts to like descend into the water, and then she disappears into the tunnel.
Honestly,
She's not going with you. She doesn't like you. She doesn't believe you. However, the way she sees it is, even if she wanted to do something, she's not entirely sure she could.
she couldn't, but no.
So, you have two giants now there with you. And the frost giant says, "We need to see Sarissa. You're gonna need an escort because, you know, this way."
Understood.
And so the frost giant and the stone giant start going back up the stairs.
Perfect.
You guys follow along?
I have a spicy spell prepared for today, team. I hope you're ready.
Sure, Captain.
So,
I'll be pissed if it's not mass suggestion.
It's just a nice little level 2 spell. It's no big deal.
all right. So you make your way back up to the kind of the audience hall. You see this this large chamber with the fancy coral, and the crystal window. You do see that large crab that had like little pipes that were like built, like tubes built into it that was being played like an instrument. It's just kind of watching you all from on top of a ledge, but it doesn't appear to be. It doesn't appear to be bothering you. And
I learned to play the crab.
yeah, apparently that's a thing. You don't know if that's part of like the royal tutoring or what, but you know, apparently playing the crab's a thing. So they walk down this hallway to this room, this large doorway, and in front of the doorway there are two guards. Surprisingly, you actually see. Actually, make sure, is this the right side? So you guys are approaching from. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Surprisingly, you see two giants guarding it. They're hill giants. And as you all start to walk up, one of the hill giants just says, kind of looking at you and says, where your escort? Kind of talking to the frost giant. And the frost giant just looks down at it and says, We will see Sarissa. And then the other one's just like, no, we guard the throne room. No storm escort, no entry. And then the stone giant then walks up alongside it as they realize, like, oh crap, there's two of them here, and just kind of takes this giant club and just slams it down on the ground. And the two of them are like, Stone giant just says,
Unga bunga.
the stone giant's just like, we had a meeting. Did you forget? And they just kind of like look at each other. And like, dude, we'll come in. And they get the doors and they pull them open. And you walk in to the throne room. Inside of the throne room, there's kind of there's several things going on. First, just going to describe the room. It kind of basically looks like an amphitheater. There's stone bleachers that overlook this large, deep pool of like water in the center. There are 3 enormous thrones. There is 1 storm giant sitting in each. The middle one is the most impressive. It's carved from it's a massive chunk of obsidian. It's got many runes on it, and then at the bottom of it, you notice that there are 4 skulls at the bottom of this throne. They look to be ancient dragon skulls.
Oh, cool.
This massive throne, which seats a storm giant, so it's huge, is not touching the ground. It is floating about a foot up off the floor.
Magic.
It is obviously magic. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to be skilled in Arcana to know this thing magic. And then there are two thrones on either side of it. Talking to the storm giant in the center, you see Miram. You see Nim next to her, and Miram are conversing with this middle figure. And as the doors open, they kind of spin around, and so you see on the right side, in the right throne, you see an older storm giant. He's wearing like a military, plate. He's like he kind of looks decorated. Looks like some member, like person of station. The one on the left is a woman. She's got purplish skin, trademark of a lot of the storm giants. Long dark hair. Oddly enough, has like this strange kind of horn protruding from her forehead. And then in the very center on the throne, you see the youngest out of all of the storm giants. A kind of gray-skinned woman who looks, if she were human, looks like maybe she is like 20. Again, giant years, you don't know how that really works out. So she's probably older than that. But, and she's got kind of this bewildered look on her face. And as you enter, you kind of hear this, you hear her say, "You did what?" And then as you all enter, Miran spins around and sees like, "See, it's them! They're here to kill you!" And the Frost Giant, which you have heard named as Helenhild, walks in and just says, "You may want to hear what these small folk have to say." You notice that on either side of the girl in the middle, both of those figures are advising her to not listen to you.
Those figures are who?
The male on the right side, so her left, and then the woman on her right.
Oh, they're really close to her, though. They're, like, next to her.
Oh, yeah, they're sitting in thrones next to her, yeah. They're like leaning over. You kind of see the male kind of mumbling under his breath to her and like shaking his head like this is not a good idea.
Can we do a quick concept review?
What do you mean?
Okay, back when the Oracle was giving us answers, like we asked, like who destroyed the Ordning, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the answer to that?
Oh,
Do remember?
you knew that Anam, the god of all the giants, the All-Father, destroyed the Ordning.
Destroyed it. Okay.
Because he was upset with how the giants were
acting.
Yes.
Right.
You specifically have been warned about Miran and Nim.
We know that
Or
they
the two people who are
Hekaton.
talking. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're the ones that are whispering in her ear.
Well, they're in front of her. And
there's 5 people in this room.
Yeah, there's 5 storm giants here.
Do we have a diagram here? Or what do we... Sorry, I haven't like clicked over.
I can.
Oh no, we're not. No, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I just need to know how far apart they are.
They're all like together in little groups.
Yeah, they're all within, I mean, like a 50-foot space or so. I mean,
I'm really interested, Caleb, in a 30-foot space. Really, what I'm interested in.
well, in a 30-foot space, you could.
Oh my god, you're
could-
gonna zone of truth.
You could catch.
I'm gonna zone a
You
treat,
could catch
yeah.
the sisters in the 30-foot.
Dude, their wisdom save has to be insane though.
It's charisma save.
Well, actually, it's probably not as good as their wisdom save.
Probably not. I'd assume Chris would be like their second lowest, probably.
Plus, I know if they fail or not, so it doesn't. Like if they all. Yeah.
Yeah. So in a 30-foot, you could catch both sisters because they're standing side by side.
Yeah, and they're the evil ones.
You have been warned about them. Yes.
We
Okay.
know for sure that they betrayed Hekaton. Like literally, the Oracle said it was them.
So as this comes in, there's kind of this flare motion. There's a lot of talking going on at once, and the girl in the center, they just said like turns to the male and says, "Uther, I respect your position. I respect what you've done for my family and my father, but I have to rule as best as I can while my father is gone." And she turns to the other side and says, "Imryth, same to you. I will hear what they have to say." And the storm giant on your left, Imryth, just says, "For all we know, they could be with the ones that murdered your mother or abducted your father."
His name was Uther?
Uther was the male.
Lightbringer?
No.
Okay, so when he says abducted, I'm like, Crane's like, abducted?
So that means Hekaton is alive.
He's alive?
There's a minute where Sarissa looks at Imryth and says, "We don't know what happened to Hekaton." And there's this real tense moment.
And this is where Imryth is one of the sisters.
No, Imryth
No.
is one of the ones on the throne.
I put my hand on my sword, I'm like, and I beckon to like the other party, like,
No, I'm casting Zone of Truth. I'm just trying to figure out where. Is there any way I could get one or both of the sisters and Imryth in the same cast?
You could get one of the you could get like Miran, the talkative one, and you could get Imryth.
Okay, I'm casting Zone of Truth with both of them in it.
Okay. So
And-
charisma saving throws.
Yes, and I know if they passed.
So
They don't have to pass, by the way. They don't have to like attempt it.
let me look up something real quick, as I did not expect to need this stat block. But okay.
Legendary save.
So.
Oh fuck. That would
Okay.
suck.
So, the one known as Imryth, passes.
Okay. That sucks.
The one known as Imryth passes.
Wait, you
Miran.
know what she passes. You don't even know what my fucking save is.
All right.
It's probably like
So does it-
17 something.
17. All right. It passes.
God.
Damn it.
You
What about
mentioned
the other one?
you mentioned legendary resistances. I'm just saying.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Well,
And Miran rolled. I honestly, their charisma save is really freaking good. It's a +9,
What
but
the
even with
fuck?
a +9, she rolled a 13.
Holy shit.
So
and Moran's the one who just like made the verbal slip up, right?
that was Imryth.
Okay.
So there's this awkward moment, and she looks to all of you, and she's like, "Tell your story."
Who wants to?
I think we should let Crane do the talking.
Okay, so they said to like explain our story.
So the one in the middle says, "I am Sarissa. I am the storm giant retainer, while my father is away. I believe he's still alive, and when he comes back, he can retake the throne. But for now, I am acting in his stead. Tell me what you have to say."
I touch his shoulder, whisper in his ear, and I say, Imryth can't lie, and I cast guidance on him.
Imryth can. Miram
Oh,
can't.
Miram can't lie, is what I say. I said
Okay.
Miram can't lie, and I cast guidance.
Originally, we set out to restore the ordning. We went to the Eye of the All-Father, spoke with the Oracle, and were attacked by an ancient blue dragon. Archnog died there. The Oracle gave us clues as to what shattered the ordning and how to repair it. It specifically warned us against Moran and Nim.
Her eyes kind of dart over to the two sisters. The one that's like kind of cold, is just like, it's like, how dare you? Whereas
I did
Miran,
because the Oracle told me to.
who's in the zone of truth, is just like they and then kind of just like stops and kind of bites her tongue a little bit.
Mr. Car, they tried to get us killed before
Got
getting
him.
her.
It's just like,
Oh, yeah.
So
It would be a
you
lot nicer if your sisters didn't try to get us killed before we even came up here.
Yes, they had told me that assassins had infiltrated the palace and that they were having them dealt with. However,
So I stand
assassins
on my
very
ass.
rarely ask for an audience.
Assassins.
We should have left Fensory back in the fucking other room.
Oh,
You mean?
Yeah, and she sees Sansuri, and she's like, "Okay, so you've come. What's the story with? I recognize Sansuri. She's been here a few times.
Then you know of her personality.
I do.
Oh my god, again. Well, I'm gonna start to unwrap and like, well, and to Mauricio.
Lost you, huh?
Yeah,
This-
she created me into this, and so many years of torture and
As you
awful,
kind of
awful things.
as you reveal what you are, Uther is just like, you cannot be thinking about trusting these people. And like Sarissa just kind of like puts up a hand.
Damn, she doesn't suck.
Sugadik?
And he just kind of, he's watching you intensely, but he allows you to continue.
Please.
So, just like,
Fuck, wait.
so you killed Sansuri then? Brought back
Yeah.
her corpse as something akin to what she made you into. She had a conch to teleport here. I take it that's how you got here.
That and a hill
Yes,
giant
ma'am.
lords.
She's like,
Yes.
not many hill giants got access to conches. Which one did you retrieve it from?
The fat one.
Gah.
Well, Ga always was an unsavory sort as well. Roll a... Okay, let's see. Crane, you headed most of this. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. With advantage. Definitely advantage, because you guys have a lot going
And
for
guidance.
you here.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Guidance.
Now, baby.
Is that a 20? Hey, BB! What's the, yeah, roll... Okay, so...
That's a 30,
Guidance.
Yeah, roll the guidance.
that's
I just-
31.
31 to persuasion?
Yeah.
That's pretty good! That's pretty good!
Very persuasive boy.
And so she nods, and then she says, so she turns to Miran, and she's like, why were you so keen on killing these people who had done nothing wrong? And Miran starts and says, well, that's because they...
And I smile and try and make eye contact.
And she looks back at you and she glares angrily at you. And Sarissa says, Miran, why? And there's just kind of like this awkward pause. And she's like, and you kind of see her, like, she's like the gears turning in her head. And she's... They could be dangerous to the royal family.
That took some doing.
And she's just like, yes, a great many things could be, but we don't assume that the instant they enter our home.
I step
I
forward.
ho- I-
If
I-
may.
I hoped that you could have learned something from Mother.
She's pretty dangerous.
I step forward. If I may, the reason she's being so brief is because she's right in the middle of a zone of truth, and she happens to be the one who failed. I apologize for not bringing that up ahead of time, but I feel it relevant to the conversation at this point.
It's like, I'm familiar with this magic. It is helpful.
I take a step backwards.
It would explain why she's significantly less talkative than she normally is. Just Miran just glares at her.
That was
She
kind of like a slap to the face right there.
she calls out, and from the side of the room, another storm giant guard shows up, and she says, actually two of them do, and she says, take both Miran and Nim. And Nim just says, no, I'm innocent. This is all Sarissa's or this is all Miran's doing. I had nothing to do with this. It's her. She's the one. And like, they're already like starting to usher the princesses out. And she's like, confine them to their towers. Don't let them leave. We will investigate this. Then,
This is going well. Can't
very,
wait for it to crash and burn.
then they walk out, and Imryth says, you're going to trust these small folk outsiders over your own sisters. And
We haven't tried to
Sarissa-
kill her yet.
And Sarissa turns to her and she's like, I have some questions for you as well.
Okie dokie.
You mentioned my father being abducted. Last I knew, he just disappeared. We didn't know what happened to him.
Isn't that like the same as being abducted?
Well, but that's a pretty big assumption.
She's like, he could have still be out there searching. He could have died. Lost, I suppose, so that seems unlikely. There's any number of things, and yet you chose the term abducted. Care to elaborate? Imryth kind of starts to say, like, well, why would he be gone for so long and not contact us? Why wouldn't he let us know where he was? It doesn't make sense. I mean, abduction is something like, okay, maybe he wasn't, but it's something that could have happened.
Impressive backtracking.
Yeah, let's see. Take a quick look at Sarissa's insight.
Can I make an insight on that?
Oh, you 100% can. I encourage it.
Oh, I already know she's lying at her ass. So
That's a 9.
Okay.
My insight.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. I would say roll with advantage, Malachi.
Oh yeah, like I know she's lying.
Yeah, I mean, but just gleaning what more you can.
25.
25. Okay. You know she's like when she said the word abducted, there was this moment where she was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that."
Fuck.
Like she had a moment where she's like, "I shouldn't have said that." And she's trying to backtrack, cover up as best she can, and she seems kind of calm on the surface, but you're kind of sensing this little bit of desperation and a bit of a scramble underneath the surface of this.
Yeah, Sarissa's got this covered though, so I'm not gonna open my mouth because she's already there.
So, take a quick look. Trying to find. Give me just a second to find the section I'm looking for. Okay. Okay. So. Imryth, after saying this to Sarissa, and Sarissa just kind of like real keenly eyeing her, says, "You've been a member of our court for a few years now, and you've gained a lot of respect in that time. However, seeing how my own sisters were confined to be investigated," she turns to Uther and she says, "Would you find a spot for Imryth and keep her protected until we can investigate further as to these claims?"
Got him.
I feel like Uther's just like, damn it! Uther, not again! Listening to these undead.
Uther looks upset, and he's just like, "If you're sure." At this, Imryth just kind of like that calm demeanor just breaks, and this fury fills her face. And she says, "All of you giant folk and small folk are all doomed." And she reaches out and she tries to grab this. There's this little pendant thing you notice on Sarissa that has like this long kind of scepter hanging from it, and she's gonna try to grab it. So we'll do a little. Oh, she nat wand.
Oh, good.
She doesn't. She doesn't do it.
That could have been a rough moment. I don't know what that would have done, but
So she tries to grab this scepter from her like pendant. And Sarissa sees it coming, and as soon as Uther sees Imryth make a move at Sarissa, he like weapon out, and he is already swinging at Imryth. Like the amount of resolve on this guy, like he went like he could on a dime. Like it just seemed like as soon as an action was taken against Sarissa, the flip was like the switch was flipped. So he swings at her. She kind of curses under her breath, and then it slams into her, and you see her form start to shift, and she starts to kind of expand expand, and where once you saw a storm giant, you see a dragon.
What the
A
fuck?
familiar-looking dragon.
The blue one?
The blue one.
Hold on,
There's-
I gotta go
there's a-
get. I
there's
gotta
a-
go get this.
there's a-
this part giant.
There's a curse. You hear a curse in Draconic, which, if any of you speak it, you know it's Draconic. And all of a sudden, you just see her just disappear as she as a spell is cast, and she just teleports away.
We don't have a counter spell for that, do we?
Actually, I do. I'm casting counterspell at
Casting
fourth level.
counterspell.
Yes,
All right.
at fourth level.
Sure.
Hold on. Like, wait a minute. I have that actually. Do I have to make a check? Is it higher than fourth level?
Teleport.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking
Wait,
up.
I'm pretty sure this was relevant in the finale.
Oh yeah. You have to roll.
Okay.
So roll
alright.
roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier. Or your,
Alright,
yeah.
I'm doing a roll 20 because like.
Yeah, no, this is pretty critical. All right, roll 20 it
Yeah.
up.
Roll 1d20 plus. Or... Oh baby!
21.
Fuck yes!
Sit your ass down.
You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, so the magic begins you see it, and it begins to kind of like her form begins to kind of like phase out and start to become transparent, and then you all see Yarol just throw out a hand, and there's this just like lightning fast bolt of green energy that strikes her, and her form just becomes solid. I didn't expect this. But I need everybody to roll initiative.
You will pay for what you've done to Harshnag.
For harsh nod. I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
Holy,
No, I might get beat!
I rolled a
No!
1.
holy
My initiative is 0.
This is not at all what I expected.
No. No, this can't be happening. How am I gonna get beat in initiative?
Alright, give me a second. I gotta...
I don't want to.
I got a piece.
He has to plan the encounter now.
I have to look up Imryth's stat block.
We were supposed to be level 10 when we fought her. Now we're all gonna die. Hope everybody's ready.
It's fine. What do you mean?
Everything's fine. It'll be okay. How big is
This
this
is-
room?
This is all part of the plan.
This is what D&D's all about, dude.
This room is approximately 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 feet wide. And
It's
from
tall enough for a cloud.
from the door, oh, it's like 60 feet tall.
That might not be tall enough for a cloud. We'll see.
Holy frig! And then there's a hallway back behind the
Oh no, it's 10 feet tall. Okay, that's
the
cool.
throne. Just as a note. Holy frig! All right, where the frig is Imryth's stat block? Because I need
Connor,
this.
we're fucking ready for him next week, baby. No, I'm kidding. Either the party's dead or we're finishing the campaign right here and right now, baby. Let's do it. Going for broke. TPK or nothing. Let's go.
It's there for nothing, baby.
This is so scary.
Don't worry, guys. I have Raised Dead for the aftermath.
It'd be great.
Because it's...
This is very scary. This is an ancient blue dragon.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But you also have
Do 100 damage per round.
2 storm giants with you?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That is not... Where the frig is she?
And the frost giant that walked us up here, right? The frost
And a
giant
stone
that-
giant as well.
Yeah, and she used one of her legendary resistances to stop.
She
my,
did.
My Shard
She
of Truth.
she definitely did.
Oh yeah, it's all
Okay.
coming together.
Okay,
It's all coming
so...
together, baby.
Okay. I'm trying to find... Because she has access to spells.
Oh no.
She doesn't need that.
I mean, she teleported. You knew this. And I'm trying to figure out what exactly her spells are.
It's going down. We're gonna die.
Wait,
Yellow timber, alright.
so this is a thing you actually
Actually, what?
like fight her? You're supposed to fight her, correct?
I don't think you're supposed to fight her here.
I mean, even if you are, like, period. Because if so, you should just look at the monster thing that should be in the PDF. Because it would be in there. It should have it.
Under creatures?
Yeah. Because that's where all the...
Yeah, it might be.
It should be there because it'll have, like, the things, like, to her.
Well, okay, so a lot of times it'll say, like, and I think it might be this way, a lot of times they won't have their own stat block, they'll just say, use this stat block, but this part is changed. So, like...
I don't wanna rummage
Found
through
her!
it to find it.
No, I
Okay.
found her, you're right.
Okay, yeah.
What does she have access?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're about to get time stopped and fucking wiped, team.
Fucking Dio up in here.
Not again.
Spread out.
So, I realized something.
The stopping of the teleporting is not probably possible.
She also has counterspell. And
But
technically...
she can't cast 2 leveled spells at the same time, though.
Very true.
Can
No.
As
at the same turn.
Okay.
No.
That's true. You can't counter
Reactions
a counter. This
outside of
isn't Magic Gathering.
Okay.
No.
Because I know when I was
I mean,
playing...
if Scanlan can
Brew.
counter fucking
Yeah.
what's his face, then we can counter a dragon.
Yeah,
Because,
okay.
like, I know when I was
No,
playing
it's
Brew,
the-
I tried to counterspell a counterspell, but I could, because I already cast, like, Disintegrate or something like that.
Now I could counter his counterspell, right? Like
Truth.
if I had counterspell, so somebody else could counter.
Yeah, I
mean-
think
Well,
that
like,
makes
if
sense.
Teresa wanted to fuck us over, I guess she could.
It would
I guess
still
actually that would be
fizzle.
safe, because...
It would still
Okay.
fizzle the teleport. So
All right, guys. Well,
Exactly how this is go down.
all right. So let me take a quick note. I need to take. All right, I finally found her stat block. Thank you, Hunter, for suggesting.
yeah.
Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, there's. All right. So you guys have. So the Cloud Giant is dead. So let me cross them off. Let me make sure. I have a few things written down here. So we have a
Fire
frost-
Giant didn't come with us.
No, the Fire Giant didn't. There's a Stone and a Frost Giant with you. The Stone Giant's a little hurt, but still doing pretty good. There's the Frost Giant. We now also have Sarissa. And we have Uther. So they're there. Okay. There's that.
At least that we obviously are telling the truth now.
Oh yeah, you know
Our
any
story has just been confirmed.
something going on here.
Just looks like, wait a minute. They said,
It all makes
It all
sense.
makes sense.
I
Shit, they really were just
now.
Small brain, big brain moment.
I don't know, man. She's been pretty big brain. There's probably a reason why she was given the throne.
Yeah, no, yeah, she's
Over.
actually been pretty fucking intelligent about
Pretty with
this.
it. Pretty with it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so there's
she was
that.
picking up what we were putting down.
All
We
right,
need
so
to make sure she survives this encounter.
we have Imperator
There she-
Uther. Now we need Sarissa. Get her stat block. Dude, and the thing is, holy frig. Is it a good thing Sarissa still got that goddamn scepter? Holy frig. This is gonna suck. so bad for her. Oh my god.
Well, she's right next to an ancient blue dragon.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Don't you worry, my dude.
Do we have an arena for this, or are we?
My God.
We can.
It's cool if not. We can theater the mind it, but
I mean,
expect
it is
to be magically out of all of the fire cones. That's all.
It's important. All right, so there's that. So she's got that. Good. So we have Sarissa, we have Imperator Uther, and now I need the crap.
What kind of dragon is a blue dragon?
What do you mean?
Is it electric?
Yes.
Fuck me, dude. That sucks.
You did notice that a breath weapon earlier. Like, yeah, you know it's lightning because when she fought Harshnag, he definitely got blasted by it. So you would know.
Probably resistant. I don't even get to do my thing.
She's got lightning breath for sure. Okay.
I need elemental adept. Really
And
badly.
then
At least I can do the destructive wave.
Destructo disc.
Destructo wave.
I'm sorry this is taking a little bit of time. I'm having to pull this up. I did not expect this. Okay, I definitely need. Okay.
Destructive wave is a con save. That sucks.
Oh, there's literally no way the dragon is failing that. Like,
That's why I like switched a ton of my spells out.
Oh boy. Okay. So now I'm gonna do some initiative rolls. All right. So we'll start with Sarissa. All right. So Sarissa rolled an 18. Uther rolled a fat 4. And then we gotta roll for Imryth.
I have a 0, so I'm pretty sure you can pencil me in there. I'm the last of the order. I'm really glad I rolled high initiative for the talking battle. And now that we have the real fight, the campaign climax fight. We caught the big bad trying to teleport away, and here I am, like, oh, let me just, like, fucking have some tea and tie my shoes first.
Okay.
no, he has to think really, really hard. He knows that she's resistant to lightning, so he's thinking really hard.
I'm like, wait, what spells do I have that don't rely on lightning damage?
Wait a minute. Fuck.
Wait, that's all my spells.
He's having like a fucking Jimmy Neutron like brain blast moment, trying to figure out spells that aren't lightning.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, I might have to actually be a cleric now. Shit.
Son of a bitch.
Wait, how do you do that?
Real talk, like, Beacon of Hope is gonna get, like, a ton of mileage. Here.
What does Beacon of Hope do?
It maxes out all healing that's done to you.
Maxes healing, it gives advantage on, wisdom saving throws and death saving throws.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, it gives you advantage on wisdom saving throws?
Okay, so we
Yeah.
got that.
That's
There we go.
insane.
For everyone?
You don't.
Yep,
you don't
everyone.
You
don't
choose like 8 creatures, don't you? Or is it?
What?
You don't understand. I can significantly be worse. Oh no.
Skeletons.
Okay.
Yeah.
You realize-
Don't,
okay, so it does
don't
that.
line them up.
They're all in a group.
Okay.
Don't line them up.
That's your first command is scatter.
Alright, so I'm gonna bring you guys over to Maelstrom level
Like
2.
little cockroaches. Oh no.
I mean, it's a good thing if they get blasted by like electric breath or something. You could probably salvage the bones.
I mean, yeah. It's
I'm
just-
curious, how
There's-
important was me casting Zone of Truth? Did I actually tilt the conversation, or was it pretty much going in this direction anyway?
It made it pretty hard for Miran to really mount any sort of BS.
But I think the most significant point at this point is it got rid of a legendary resistance.
I mean, that does help.
Yeah, that's super.
Okay, so we're gonna go.
There's the crab.
Oh yeah, dude.
What is the crab? What's special about the crab?
It's
an
a
instrument.
yeah. It's a
It's
living
it's
instrument.
an organ, isn't it?
Let's go get that. Yeah.
It's a living
Yeah, it's
instrument. Yes.
I wish to go play the crab.
You go ahead, dude. All right, so there's all that.
Do it, you won't.
This cloud giant's
Um,
gone.
There's a problem, Caleb. I do not have
Fire giant's
lungs. And it's meant for a giant.
What?
Sanser.
Oh no,
Oh,
no!
you don't
If you
have
remember,
lungs.
she was taking little mallets and she was tapping on it with a mallet.
Yeah, little mallets to
So you did.
Well, you know, you'll figure it out.
He raises
Just-
a good point.
Mage hand.
Okay,
Yeah. That thing weighs more than 5 pounds.
I
so
don't know what you mean.
This is a small
Holy-
room.
Jump on the keys.
This is a small room for a dragon fight.
it is 10-foot squares, just as a note.
Yeah.
Can we shrink our player characters on?
I do what?
Can we shrink our like? Is that a
Your
thing?
tokens? Yeah. Yeah, you click on it and you can modify its size. Which I'm
Wait,
surprised
why do you
nobody's
like the minimum
abused yet.
size?
What? Do what?
I don't know how to do that.
All
I
right,
don't think
so
I can, actually.
real quick. So I need storm giants. I didn't have a token for. Let's put. All right, so, boom.
Oh my Atlanta.
Storm giant.
Yeah, we're just gonna now. They're
More
not.
than meets the eye.
Or blue dragons, really. So that's. So that is Sarissa. We're gonna color her blue. She'll have the little blue dot.
Give her a purple dot. She's royalty.
Sure.
Yeah.
There you
This is
go.
important.
Oh, she got both.
There.
Just go-
Oh yeah, there you go, there you
All right, and then we have Uther.
Lightbringer.
He's huge.
go.
I
Sure.
need it to be a gold dot.
Y'all came to the wrong. Sure, you can have a this.
Perfect.
He is a paladin, right?
Okay.
Yes.
He smacks things
He's kind
He's
of
not.
very, very hard.
Does he have 25
already
strength
used his
though?
smites.
And then
He probably has more than 25, actually. Like, actually, probably.
He probably actually has 30 strength yet.
Because, like, wasn't it, like, hill giant stuff that got you 25? Or something like that?
Yes, actually, it was gauntlets of hill giant strength, or gauntlets of ogre strength in a belt of giant strength.
strength.
Fuck, I can't
Yeah.
remember.
What a
Yeah, it was
beautiful
built
color.
there we go.
Tinted.
There's
I
your
just
blue
also
dragon.
imagine after like the form changes, like you just see this dragon sitting in a chair.
Like a fucking cat, just like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly
yeah,
like
sure.
that.
She's like right here. The throne is kind of. I mean, honest. No, it's meant to hold up storm giants. It's not probably knocked over, but it's not destroyed. Storm giants sit on this thing. Okay, dear God, I believe we're ready now.
Is it complete?
Let's go ahead and roll some initiatives for. I already rolled for them, and them. Good, good. We'll use. Yep, good. All right, 20 and up initiative.
Wisp,
Oh fuck. Wait.
24.
Okay.
Yeah, I did roll.
By the way, it doesn't have a time frame on my my icy mantle.
Derek,
Is it
fuck
still
you.
up?
Yeah, you didn't get hit, so I'd say it's still up.
Nice.
All right. How about a 15 to 20?
18.
18?
Fuck your wisp, Derek. Remove it from the game. Unsummon that shit. Get rid of it.
Don't worry.
It's gonna give you free stealth attack.
So that was Crane was the
Don't
only one.
want
15
lightning
to
damage
20.
though.
I got
It does, actually.
Oh, you got 15 more.
But it does
That way you-
sneak attack for
Yeah.
you.
Test
so
it out then. You can test it out. So you
Test
can,
the water. Is
10
it
to
immune or
15.
resistant?
Yeah, I need to know.
I mean, I can figure that out.
10 to
10
15.
to 15. That's not me yet.
Oh wait. 13, Captain.
Nice job, Ethan. That way you have time to spread out your skeletons into the firing squad that literally is. You literally have, like, the concave behind you. We're ready to roll.
everyone
How
else
about
to go
5 to 10?
Before the dragon.
You fucks.
You're all increasingly becoming worthless.
Okay, so you got an 8, and then that's right. Malachi got a 0, correct?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to ask for 1 to 5 and me not saying.
Keep going. -5 to 0.
Keep going.
Can we get a -10 to -5?
Got a 0 team.
All right. So
Keep going.
it's like you're still in the other room. You're still fighting the other giants from before. You somehow like schismed into a new timeline.
I didn't make it into the conch teleport. So
He's
I'm
like
back in
he's
Groundhog,
back on the
like,
airship
ashes.
like the frick.
I'm in the ashes of Groundhog, like trying to find the conch that's there.
Yeah, he's like, gotta be in here somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, holy frig! Top of the order, the Wisp.
Go,
All
Wisp,
right.
go!
Wisp attack!
Yeah, Whisk's gonna go fucking zap him.
Zap him,
Dragon has,
dude!
like, 1 health. Just go for it.
Zapping him.
Yeah, hold on. What's
Sapam.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 17 hit?
No,
No.
even if it did, it wouldn't matter. It's lightning.
That's fair.
Your Wisp
Well-
cannot do damage to it.
But it will get sneak attack for Crane, and that's what counts.
I guess. That's not really gonna be an issue, I don't think. But all right, yeah, whatever.
Sneak attack's a huge
Malakai's
thing.
going
What do you mean?
into cleric mode. More
Crane.
than meets the
I know
eye.
how much just a normal adult.
I want to
dragon
use my
has.
bonus action to find out its immunities and weaknesses.
All right, roll a perception check.
You stare really hard at this dragon.
28.
That beats a 14.
Tell me your
Alright.
secrets, beast!
You know she's immune to lightning.
Damn it.
Well, that's kind of my whole shtick,
And
team.
that's it. She's not immune or resistant to anything else, and she's not vulnerable to anything. So
Okay.
you're looking at her, you're like, this is a blue dragon, lightning. We saw, yeah, no, she's good. Everything else, you're like, you think conceivably everything else could work. You're kind of like eyeing up like the scales and everything though, and I mean these are thick scales, so you're like, it's still gonna be hard to hurt this thing. But if you can get past the scales, it can be done.
Okay. And I'm going to shout back to the rest of the party that she's immune to lightning. 22?
Are you attacking with bow?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah,
Wait,
no.
22? 15.
15 to hit?
I forgot I went up in dex.
15 to hit?
No, 25.
20. Okay, I was like,
I rolled a 15 and
Math
I
is
thought I had
hard!
plus 7,
25
so I said
hits,
22.
yes. A 25 will
25.
do it. You do get sneak attack because she's got Sarissa on one side of her and a little tiny wisp on the other side, which hardly counts. But, you know, it's there. It's putting in its best effort.
Oh, wow. I did
She
not
never
roll
saw it
that well.
coming.
You've been trickered.
7, 10, 12, 13 plus 6. So 19 damage.
19
How
points
much
of
of that
damage.
was sneak attack?
Almost all of it.
Screw this. I'm getting a
See?
calculator out.
It's important.
I mean, he would have had it from Sarissa.
Math is hard.
It's important.
Okay, yeah, so you let this arrow loose, and it manages to find a little gap, and it sticks in. She looks irritated.
Also, I'm going to move back in a way.
I thought you were a melee fighter, dude. Get in there!
I will hold the vanguard just to be my turn.
So there's a little thing called being an ancient blue dragon that makes people not want to stand next to you.
So,
Like in it was high school for me. That's just blue dragon. Just in general.
Wait a minute.
the Imryth,
So each square is 10 feet, right?
10 feet. Imryth is going to use a legendary action.
Jonah, move where you are.
What?
On roll 20, my man.
What do you mean? I moved.
Yeah.
Oh, you moved all the way the fuck back there?
Yeah.
He's a rogue, dude. He can move as far as he wants. Basically
Math.
got the whole map.
Yeah,
There was 20 speed.
20 feet, yeah.
You didn't go that far. Yeah. Anyway, so Imryth is using a legendary action. She's beginning to just
This might
beat her wings rapidly. Which means that Sarissa,
all the way.
who is within 15 feet, she's the only. Actually, she's within 15. Your wisp needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, shit. It's like actually pretty good at those.
I am going to.
Sarissa failed.
I forgot that I can't use my physical dice. Never mind.
Why?
12.
Oh, that's right. 12. Fail.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh.
God, can't touch that.
Sarissa and your wisp take
Negligible damage.
not too bad, but 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
The Wisp has 4 hit points left.
Wait. Did it do the beady thingy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she beats her wings. So you take. Okay.
Oh wait, actually, what's the type of damage?
Bludgeoning.
Is it non-magical?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So actually, it takes it was 18 damage, right?
Mm-hmm. So it'd be 9, I
Takes
think.
9.
There you go. Yeah, no, it's just there's no magic to it. It's literally just her bludgeoning with her wings. Your wisp is prone. If it can even, it might be immune to
No.
prone. So
Immunity.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Immunity
Sarissa's
to
prone.
prone.
As
See,
Sarissa
down for the
is,
sneak attack.
as Sarissa is kind of like battered off, like she starts to stand up from the throne, like on the throne. Then like it. Actually, no, she's not standing up from the throne. She's sitting on the throne. And can you be prone if you're sitting?
I would say no.
I mean, like,
I mean, the only thing
Well-
is that she got knocked out of the chair.
Yeah.
could be a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. She's like on the ground, like right in front of the chair, the throne. I was like, how does prone work if you're sitting down? So she's there.
Oh, I fell over.
Yeah, don't worry. That little scepter on the little pendant thing, it's life alert. She's good. And then Imryth can move 20 feet. And she's going to go 5,
So wait,
10, or 10,
how did
20.
you get all the way back here?
I was right
He
here.
was like here.
So I moved back.
Did you stab her?
No, he
No.
used
No,
the bow.
I shot her with a bow.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you stabbed her.
No.
No.
That's why I was wondering, like, it was blowing your mind so much.
Yeah, dude, that's what was blowing my mind.
Okay, so
I
now
thought
she's
you
right
stabbed
there.
her.
Now she stomps up in front of all of you. So, Crane just went. Now it's Sarissa's turn. Sarissa is going to stand up. And so that's half her movement. And then she sits back on the throne.
Same.
Trust me,
Priorities.
there's a reason.
Oh.
She
The
grasps.
throne activates.
She grasps the scepter at her pendant. Let's see. How many charges does this thing have?
1
Okay.
billion.
It's just like an AC-130 built into the fucking throne.
Okay.
Tactical nuke.
So this scepter begins to glow, and you start to see a spectral form start to circle around this throne. As you all see, ironically enough, what looks to be a spectral image of another ancient blue dragon coming
Yeah.
from. And now that you've seen all of these, you look at those skulls at the bottom of the throne. They look like probably blue dragon
Oh
skulls.
shit.
And it rises up massive, just as big as Imryth above the throne, but it's like a ghostly form, and it just roars, like rattling this chamber. You all kind of have to like cover your ears. And then the throne begins to move.
The throne gets a turn.
So the throne itself is part of the map, so just know that wherever she moves, the throne's coming with her. So it's half the movement, so she can move about 15 feet or so. So she can get up into here, right next to it, and then at the end of her turn, the dragon lashes out at this other dragon. So it is going to attempt to bite and claw Imryth. So let's do the 2 claw attacks. One's a natural 20, dear God. One's a 19, that doesn't hit. And then
It's gonna be over before my turn.
and then the bite definitely hits. Definitely
I don't think
hits.
so, man.
All right.
I'm kidding. Mostly, kind of.
So 2,
Me too.
2. Okay, so she takes 17 points of piercing damage. The lightning doesn't affect her because we went over this. So clear that out. Okay. And then, so that's the bite. And then the claw, which is a crit. Okay. 13, 23 points of... Okay. So, you see this, the spectral dragon just lash out at her. And she just looks utterly enraged by this entire scenario. Next. Moyer.
Go team,
This
go.
way, 10. 35. Ish.
Where were you?
Right here.
10, 20...
I have
Yeah, you
35.
could. I mean, you could get within range of her for sure. I'd say you might have to be
Is she
kind of up
flying?
in between. What?
Is she flying?
No, she's near the ground right now.
Okay.
Get down, you slut.
She went 20 feet towards you guys.
Okay.
So like, yeah.
I don't think I hit. 22. 1.
22.
Yeah.
22 hits.
Okay. Well then, she needs to make a dex save. I need to get dice.
And you're using the Eldritch Smite.
Using Eldritch Smite, Divine Smite, and the thing.
Okay. She rolled a 1.
But
I think she's just gonna take it. Yeah, I think she's just gonna take it. So,
keep us on.
Sword effect.
this is the one that knocks him prone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. 3. So. $72 damage. Got it.
Okay. And none of that was lightning, correct?
No. It
As
was
I don't-
Divine Force, so.
Okay. And she's knocked prone?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You storm up, and as you bring Eventide out, oh, she's not dead.
No, I know.
She's
Oh.
prone because you have to shoot arrows.
You
Oh.
fucker.
That seems arbitrary for how big she is, okay?
But anyway, so yeah, you storm up, and jab Eventide into the side of this dragon, and there's just this blast of like eldritch radiant energy, like a weird amalgamation, as she is kind of like her feet are kind of knocked out from underneath her. And she's going to use another legendary action. As that happens, her tail is going to come whipping around towards you. She does have disadvantage because she is prone. Does a number
Numbers.
A number can hit me.
22.
That does hit.
You take
2 damage.
18 points of bludgeoning damage as the tail just whips around, slams into you. Right.
Oh, wait.
It is now.
Nothing. Never mind.
It is now the Stone Giant's turn. Stone Giant's gonna take 2 swings with this jeweled club at the dragon.
What?
One of them definitely hits. The other one does not. So one of these hit. So she takes 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay. And that is its turn. Next is the Frost Giant.
Fuck, dude.
The Frost Giant. Getting over to... He's gonna go... 10, 20.
Yeah, fire him. Like, this is above my pay grade, guys. I literally don't get paid enough for this. Goodbye.
Crane just pieces out. Like, we never hear from him again.
He's...
I just wanted to kill some dumb hill giant.
Like, fuck, guys.
Yeah, so and he's gonna hold his attack if she comes within range, because trying to stomp through everybody there is a little tricky right now.
2 hours later, you're gonna come back and be like, "Fuck, dude, there's no way to get out."
So
He's still fighting in here.
Next it is, I think that's Ethan. That is Ethan.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I would like Miss Dragon
Yes.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Cocked. 18.
Okay, she passes. Alright. So Sensory's gonna walk. I can't control, but Sensory's gonna walk. Smack.
Oh, do you not? Here, let me give you.
Yeah.
Guns and Terry, controlled by Ethan. Save changes. All right, you should be able to move her now.
Quick out.
All right, swing
We
this
smack.
Morning Star.
Yes.
Okay.
The first one is a 23,
Mm-hmm.
and then the second one is a natural 20.
Well, obviously
Okay.
that hits too.
So you says 2d8, right?
Yes.
There's my team. Quick out.
Do dragons get resistance to non-magical weapons?
2.
Evidently not.
I mean, these attacks appear to be working.
2.
So,
Just
Well, because I think everything we've hit her with so far has been magical.
The
So I
first
didn't know
one's
if ancient
16.
dragons got
16?
resistance or some shit.
Okay.
Second one is 7 plus 7, so it's 14 doubled to 28, then plus 6, so 34.
Another 34 points of damage.
Sick.
Huh.
Cool. Wait,
And
34 in
then-
total? Oh no, you crit.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's like no, it's crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, how the frig? Oh yeah. Okay.
I guess.
She's starting to show somewhere.
The skeletons are going to attempt to hit this fucking dragon.
Disadvantage.
I know.
Firing squad, go.
First two,
So this is
no.
an ancient dragon.
Second one, no. Third, no. Fourth, no. The fifth, no.
They tried.
None of them hit.
Yeah, some of them go a little wide. Some of them bounce off of her scales. This is a tough target. Okay.
Damn it, Tabitha, use your fucking magic.
So now it's your turn with your action.
No, I already did it.
Did you already?
Remember? Yeah, I made her.
Oh,
do a
she made the wisdom
throw.
saving throw. That's right. That's right. Okay. Were you trying to? Never mind.
No, I was not trying to dominate person.
Because that wouldn't work.
No.
So after Ethan, it's Imryth's turn.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Malika is just
A 120-foot line, 10 feet wide.
Question, Captain.
Yeah, what's up?
Didn't you already go?
No, those are legendary actions.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Oh
I forgot.
no.
That's free actions. They can do like 3 of them, right? Or like something like that?
Yeah. She's got some stuff that she can do outside of her turn.
Yeah. I forgot.
Those are legendary actions. All right, so now it's her turn. Yeah, no, her turn was not to beat her wings and smack somebody with a tail. That is not.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That is not what's happening
I
here.
thought- I thought you were being nice.
No, F that. So she stands up with half her movement.
Wait, do I have evasion yet?
She
Should. Well, late rogue, right?
is then going to shift. Right about
I do have evasion.
here.
Thank God.
All right.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna
so in a
die here, quite
line.
frankly.
Stop.
Let's see. So how best? It's 10. Okay, so if we do this.
I'm like 3 feet tall. She's gonna lead.
All right. So
She's, like, leaning over you, like...
I need a dexterity saving throw from Moyer.
God damn.
I need one from Sansuri. I need one from Malachi. I need one from the Frost Giant. I need
21
one
pass?
from Yarl. I need one from Crane.
PEXD, dude. Dexterity saving
There's
throws.
a 22 pass, dude. I can't. I literally.
A
can't do
22?
fucking math. Yes.
No.
16, dude.
No.
Okay, well, yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't even need to bother.
Yeah, you can't.
You might
even
nat 20.
pass that.
If you nat 20 a saving throw,
No.
I'd let it.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I didn't.
Here, let's see how. No. No. The Frost Giant didn't do it. Did you roll for Sansuri as well?
Wait, I only needed to roll for Sensori.
Hey, Hunter.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not in the line.
That's what I'm saying. No, she did
Okay.
not. She did
Okay.
not make it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a zombie.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use Stone's Endurance on whatever it is.
What are you mean? Okay.
Can I preemptively cast Hellish Rebuke? Because I'm probably going down. Most likely.
No, you have to get hit and then you can do it.
Damn.
Okay. So I have.
I rolled a 1 on Stone's Endurance. Feels bad.
But you're made of stone now.
I assume she's not giving us.
Yeah,
You
it
get
means I get to reduce this by 4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Numbers.
It's a good thing I take half, anyways.
What, a cap of your max HP?
No, I mean I take half even if I fail.
Oh.
Because
If I
evasion's a really
pass,
cool
I would have
thing.
taken no damage.
I was gonna cast Beacon of Hope first, but I'm having a feeling that this is gonna be my 5th level spell this turn.
Okay, so that's the first half.
Don't they recharge their breath weapon like every turn?
Not
No.
necessarily.
Although Ancient Dragons probably do quicker.
I don't think so.
Well then, we might be okay.
Okay.
I mean, at least adult dragons don't. So.
Nobody passed, but Crane, you take half. So
Question.
you'll take half of this number. What?
Captain, being as nice, as mean as I can to everyone, are you forgetting the frightful presence?
No, because Frightful Presence, it's part of the multi-attack. I made a note of that, so, because it says, under multi-attack, they use Frightful Presence, and then it makes 3 attacks, bite, and 2 claws. So if it's using its breath weapon, it doesn't get Frightful Presence.
Got it.
I appreciate that, but I did check to make sure. So, Alright, so...
Can be frightened if you're down on the ground.
Crane!
Yes.
You have your special little half-damage doodah, right? So you only take 39 points of damage, lightning damage.
So I'm going down.
The rest of you...
Got it.
The rest of you take 79.
Can I use my reaction to have it again?
Wait a minute.
What do you mean?
With Uncanny Dodge?
I think
It just says when it hits you with an attack.
I don't think you can double up on those.
I
think uncanny's for certain stuff, and then evasion's for the other. So yeah,
I think
so you
it
take
counts
39,
attack, like a spell,
but
like
the rest of
saving throw,
you,
not an
the rest
attack.
of you take 79 points of lightning damage.
Yeah. So I'm 110% down.
Did you say a spell? You goob?
What?
You say it's like a spell?
No, I meant
What?
it's 4 spells. Is what I meant. Sorry.
Okay,
For saving
So-
throw spells.
Hold on, I need a calculator.
so Yarrow's down.
Can I still cast Hellish Rebuke?
No, you are a smoking wreck.
Again? God damn it!
Again.
Oh, actually, hold on, no, I'm a half orc. And the fucking endurance thing, so I'm 1 HP. So this bitch is making a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
All right.
Give us
So
the save.
you all, Yarrow, you get blasted with you haven't felt this since that one time you accidentally cast Time Stop, and then your body nearly ripped apart. It feels a bit like that, and you start to go down, but then you grit your teeth and just dig down deep, and you don't access you don't really tune into the orc blood in you often. You try to you've done a pretty good job of sealing that off, but in this moment, that rage deep within you as part of your bloodline just keeps you barely hanging on as you chuck the spell. She rolled not great, as in a 10.
That definitely does fail. However, roll 20 dice are failing me now too, so she takes 15 from
15 points
5d10.
of fire damage? Okay.
Fucking
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, 2, 2, 8, 1, 2.
Wait, I kind of want to roll that just to see.
Yay!
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, as this fire begins to wreath up around her. Is anybody else down? Moyer, are you still up?
No, I'm down.
Okay, so Moyer's down.
No,
Malachi, I think you're up.
I have 13.
So Malachi's up.
So one of your skeletons has a breastplate that is perfect for this. See him out.
Oh yeah, one of your skeletons happens to be wearing a
What?
great
I thought
breastplate.
You have to be attuned to it, and they can't attune.
Horseshit.
The frost giant also takes. Where's he at? Okay.
Do I
so-
have healing pots? I don't think I ever have
Okay.
bought healing
Yeah, the
pots.
frost giant reels from this attack. The frost giant's still standing, but he looks very hurt.
Oh, I have a greater healing potion.
So, with that, yeah, Imryth just kind of smiles at all of you. And yeah, so next, and she's just gonna stay right. She's gonna stay right there, looming over Yarrell or Moyer's smoking body.
Where's down?
Yeah, Moyer's down.
Okay.
Next, it is Yarrell's turn.
Did you get down, Frank?
No.
Death saving throw, Yarl.
No, I enduranced, so I'm
That's
at 1
right.
HP.
You did. That's sorry.
Oh, okay, so
Your
no one's
turn.
down.
No, Moira.
Yes.
Moira's down.
Just
Okay.
Moira. Okay, he's not a half orc. I am.
No one's dead though.
No
Very
one's
true.
Dead.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Going mine today.
So Yarl, what you doing?
So we're kind of low in slots already. So this is unfortunate.
Just blow your fucking hot, steamy load.
You can't just say that, man.
Hot.
So I
Hot,
guess
steamy
already...
load of fireball, dude. That's what you fucking
I'm not a
perverted
wizard!
assholes.
Looks good, dude.
Or like a 5th level sorcerer. Alright. So what we're gonna do instead is Chaos Bowl at 1st level, which means I need to do a check.
Time stop again.
That's a 20, but I think it's 1s that are... Oh, now you roll a 20! I fucking hate this dice. Okay. Anyways, I assume a 20 is not a cert, it's a 1, right?
It's always a
I
one.
think.
One.
Yeah, 1, okay. So either way.
Wait, what?
I'm casting Chaos Bolt 1st level, which is a sorcerer spell with a sorcerer slot.
Yeah.
So I did a wild magic check, but I got a 20, not a 1.
Yeah.
So,
So you're good.
and I'm out of my dice, so now it rolls a 20.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Okay, yeah, that's a...
So does Chaos Bolt an attack roll?
It's an attack, yeah.
Okay. So
Are
roll
you
your attack.
shitting me? I assume a 12 doesn't hit.
No, you should have rolled the 20 on that one. Next time, do that.
That's what I'm saying! Dude, no dice wants to work for me
No,
today.
12
What the
12
shit?
won't do it.
Oh my god. And I don't think I have any bonus action spells, at least, or, well, I don't have the slots for any.
And it'd have to be a cantrip because you cast a...
That's actually true as well, yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
Fuck.
Nah, are you moving at all?
Hold on. How far can let's see. I could literally be anywhere across the fucking
Oh, she could hit anywhere in here, yeah, with lightning. It's...
No, well, my point is I could hit her from anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Which is kind of okay. I guess.
Cover then.
Yeah.
Should run down.
No.
Punch her.
No, I mean, like,
No.
go like
No,
this
like
way.
like down left. Yeah.
No,
yeah, like this
you
way.
know what you do is you run up, you punch her, and then T-pose.
Yeah.
Assert dominance.
Shit. That's fair.
If I jumped onto the back of this dragon and T-posed, would I get advantage on my next like 300 attacks?
Yes.
I think she'd have to like roll a wisdom saving throw
Can
or
I-
something like that.
Can my wisp T-pose for me?
Literally my
No.
plan.
This was too
All right.
If you're not
so-
T-posing, it's
It is
actually, my
now-
water For
if
your
it
Ethan
is-
and his army of skeletons T-posed.
It is now Uther's turn.
Oh my god, can I play the game?
Come on, Lightbringer!
I'm never having a dexterity under 15 ever again.
10, 20,
Save Arthas this time!
30. And he's
Who's
within range.
Arthas in this story? Is it Ethan?
No, her!
Oh, okay.
Alright, so he takes 2 swings. He's got a great sword. Both? No, one hits.
Even storm giants are not well equipped to kill an ancient dragon.
Alright, so he-
She's doing just fine with her little throne of
Bullshit. Yeah.
dragon kind. Yeah.
Throne of fucking calling in an AC 130. Like,
They fought all war. It's fine.
Throne of AT-AT.
see, well, the thing about war is usually there's an army. There's 2 fucking giants in here.
And there's one dragon.
Well, there's some other shitters in here.
Leave Tabitha alone!
So,
Tabitha needs to start casting her fucking spells, and I'm not talking about lightning bolt. Alright?
so
God,
Imryth
crazy.
takes 27 points of slashing damage from Uther. From his second attack didn't hit.
God damn it, Lightbringer.
Yeah,
I mean,
27.
he's being just about as useful now as he was in-
27 was one hit. Alright, so next, it's Malachi!
Yay!
Give it up!
Malachi's turn! Alright, well, I'm gonna do boring cleric stuff. People are down. I might as well prevent that from being a problem. I'm going to, at 5th level, cast Mass Cure Wounds. I get to choose up to 6 creatures. So I
Okay.
choose Moyer, Yerl, myself.
Within
who else
how
is-
what range?
Within 30 feet of me.
So Yarl's a little far away because he
Yeah,
backed
you
out.
can't hit him yet.
Ah!
You can
Wait,
get
I can
me.
figure this out, though. I can figure this out. I can, like, move here, right?
You still be able to.
This
This freaking measuring thing. Sure,
Come on.
sure,
Come on.
sure. I'll.
Alright, so
why
I
not?
choose Moyer, Yerl, myself. Who else is injured?
me, not very much, but I'm
Crane,
missing.
Crane
actually, no,
got
I'm missing
hit.
half my HP.
The Frost Giant got hit. Sansuri got hit. Although Sansuri, you wouldn't be able to
She's
heal.
not
with the-
affected.
yeah.
Okay, Crane, the Frost Giant. What about Her Highness? Her Highness and Her Highness. I choose those.
Sarissa?
Jeepers, not
Sarissa.
that.
Sarissa hasn't been hit yet, and
Yes, you said.
Sarissa?
Yeah.
Oh, she got
Like a
bludgeoned,
wing
but
attack.
is she?
Wasn't much.
It's like 15 damage.
Yeah, but there's no other 6 for me to choose. The Stone Giant.
Yeah.
You mean you could?
Well,
I,
yeah,
I
the
took,
stone
I
giant,
took
right?
10 damage. You could,
Yeah, no, the Stone Giant was hurt from your previous encounter.
That's not gonna matter, Ethan. We'll pick you up when
So-
you go down.
So
That's-
bad.
you're the best.
Sarissa's out of the range.
Okay, I pick Ethan then, not Sarissa.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, wait, I can't pick Ethan. He's undead.
No, Ethan can be healed.
they work for me.
He's a little. He's a kind of an outlier.
He has a heart.
He's in between.
Okay. 3d8 plus 5.
Power
so-
of friendship.
well,
Let's say that.
actually, how do I roll 3d8?
Slash roll 3d8 plus whatever.
Space?
After the roll, yeah. So slash rolls, but yeah.
22.
Dang, dude, that's some good healing.
It's a 5th level spell, dude.
So the Frost Giant gets healed for
Spicy.
22.
I'm now almost close.
And at full HP.
Nice. So
I'm
you
not,
did
but
you
you
did
know what?
what 22 times
cleric.
6? That's like 100 and like freaking 32 points of healing.
It's my 5th level spell. What do you want?
It's a good spell. I'm
And I'm gonna use all my movement to get back here, ish.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna fucking beat my sword against my shield and T-pose. Not T-pose. Fucking, I'm ready to roll.
All
Let's
right.
go, bitch.
Wisp.
For Harsh Nod.
Shocker, yeah.
Shocker for nothing. Let's
Wisp,
do it.
you're gonna
That's all I can do is that.
Yarl.
Yeah.
The wisp. You wanna? You just wanna pass? You just wanna pass on the wisp? Or?
Fucking zap him!
Okay, you zap it. It doesn't do anything.
A
He's
9
fine,
doesn't
he's not
hit
gonna
anyways.
No.
What if he
the fuck's
nat
up with
20s?
my dice?
He could nat 20 and she's still immune to lightning.
Crits is 0.
Is she though?
Very much so. Yes.
I don't know,
you have an
man.
ability that double confirmed it.
What if the wisp has elemental adapt, actually?
Yeah, exactly.
Well-
No, it still doesn't do anything. I mean, it doesn't
Anyway.
Damn.
So, you just
What if I cast Shocking Grasp
Crane.
through it?
Okay. Y'all already know what we doing here in this home.
you do get sneak
Stabbing?
attack because she is being besieged from all angles.
I really want you to fucking look me in the eyes and say stabbing when there's an ancient blue dragon right there.
You want to
When my longbow does almost as much damage.
What's the attack roll?
Well, if you think about it, you're stabbing it with an
23.
arrow.
20 what?
23.
Yes, that hits.
You stare at you in the eye. Say, pussy.
Oh. That's 3 2s. That's 6,
That equals
7,
6.
10, 16 damage.
Alright. She takes 16 points of piercing damage.
What's the max I can do actually? If I max out all my dice. If I maxed all my dice, I could do 32 damage. Or, you know.
So, you did. Is there anything else on your turn that you wanted to do, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna move forward a bit. That's it.
Okay. It is now Sarissa's turn.
Wait, can I?
Welcome up.
Which one?
What can I do as
Oh
my
wait,
bonus action?
that's Queen Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? Never mind. We're good.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Da-da-da. Da-da. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's not really... I don't really care about that. Alright. So. Next. She's gonna float up next to it. So she's gonna go right about here. And she's gonna swing with this... you notice that she's got this large maul that looks like it was crafted from, like, a ship's hull. Or something like that. And she's gonna take a swing at Imryth. Let's see. Oh yeah, both definitely hit with a 30 and a 31. Yeah, those hit. And then roll her damage. Real quick. Which is a fat 66. Let's see. 8, 16. So she takes 25 points of bludgeoning damage. And then she takes 25 points of bludgeoning damage. So 50 in total.
I'll be back right quick.
And then at the end of her turn, the throne attacks.
Yeah, throne time, dude.
I have so many freaking dice here. One was a nat 1, so that's unfortunate. The other one hits. And then the bite definitely hits. So, okay. She takes an extra 13, 22 points. And then she takes another 14. All right, yeah. So basically, Sarissa is just swinging this maul into the side of this dragon, and then the spectral dragon around the throne begins to lash out at her. Imryth is going to use a legendary action. Let's do the wing attack again. So I need a dexterity saving throw from.
Is it within 10 feet?
Within 15. So Moir, the stone giant, Malachi, Uther, Sarissa, and Sansuri.
Oh, fuck. Alrighty.
This is
Okay.
the wing beating thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's bludgeoning damage, right?
Yes.
So my Icerin would cover that.
Yeah.
Unnatural 20.
Both unnatural 20?
Yeah.
Fail.
I failed.
I fail.
So did
Yeah,
both of the storm giants. So did the stone giant. Alright. So nobody passed.
Mm-hmm.
Is that considered an attack?
Yeah. It's called a wing attack.
I'm gonna use Wrath of the Storm then.
Alright, real quick. Well, that's fine. We'll get to that. Just me. Alright, so you all take... You're all prone. And you take 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
I call that an even 0. Do I get knocked prone if my ice absorbs it?
Yeah. You don't take the damage from it. Okay, so you take that, and she takes this. Okay. Cool. So then she uses the 20 feet of movement, and she flies over you guys. So now she's above the pool of water. So, Moyer, you would get an attack of opportunity, and so would the stone giant. So would Sarissa.
Also, she needs to give me a dex save.
Sure.
Those were both 22s.
You only get one.
Wait, Captain.
Well, no, I thought I have disadvantage, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well then 22 hit does hit. And then Sarissa hit with her thing.
Does Sansuri not?
I think
She's in
Sansuri's...
range.
I think Sansuri's
Better.
still in range.
I also.
Yeah, Sansuri's still within melee range, so... No.
Fuck yeah, that's right. She's tall.
8, 20, 21. So, she's at least... Okay. And then dexterity saving throw, so that way... You see if the thunder gets her. Oh, she nat 20'd on it.
Isn't she knocked prone by the
Who?
wing attack? Sansuri?
Yes.
So
Wait,
she's not in range.
Sansuri doesn't... No, she's within... She's just floating right above, like, the... She's within range.
But she's on the ground.
3 thunder damage then.
Takes 33 damage.
33 points of damage?
Yeah.
That is healthy.
Oh yeah, well 3 thunder damage.
That is a number. Okay. Yeah, she's looking hurt. This is starting. All this is starting to. Oh, and I need to roll for the stone giant because he also got an attack. Does that hit? No, it doesn't. Okay. So we just had. Moyer, had you taken your turn yet?
No.
I didn't think you had. It's your turn.
I stand up. I work. And I. Does she look like she's about to dive?
She's floated, like she's flown over to like the area above the water, and there is a bit of an arc to her flight path.
Okay. I'm going to channel divinity and do abjure enemy.
And do
So
what?
she needs to make- To abjure enemy, she needs to make a saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw?
Are you talking through the right mic, Tyler? Did it change for anyone else? Like,
No, I think it's the right one.
oh, okay.
Um,
It sounded like it dropped a call.
she rolled a 17? 17.
That matches.
Okay, so it passes. So,
The speed is halved.
if it passes,
She
what does
gets
it do if
stopped
she
completely.
fails?
She gets stopped completely.
Oh, so she has half move
26
speed.
damage
So she has half move speed now. Gotcha.
until she takes
Okay.
damage, yeah.
All right.
Captain.
Is there anything else you wanted to do?
I do not believe there's anything else I can.
Okay. Yes, Ethan.
Huh? Oh no, that's just nothing.
Okay. Stone Giant's up. Then the Frost Giant. Stone Giant is going to step around here, and both I'm just gonna roll for both because they're both gonna do the same thing. They're both gonna swing at this giant. So the Stone Giant rolled 1 misses, 1 hits. Okay. Stone Giant deals 12, 18 points of damage. Okay. And the Frost Giant misses 1, hits the other. Yes. And he deals dear God. 28 points of damage as they both slam into her. Okay. She is looking very bloodied. Those are their turns. Ethan. Actually, before you go, she is going to use a legendary action, and she's going to...
What?
She's going to do a tail attack. And she's going to do a tail attack against Malachi.
Not like this.
Malachi does a 24 hit.
Yeah.
You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage as this tail slams into you.
Yeah, well, she can give me a deck save.
Oh, well, alright then. That was a bad idea on her part, wasn't it? She uses one of her legendary resistances, because I don't think a freaking 9 passes.
No, it doesn't. So it takes half damage. It takes half damage.
Yeah.
So... Ooh, 8. Ooh, 8. So she takes 8.
8 points of damage?
I didn't even have to max it. I
It's-
just maxed it
It's
normally.
thunder, right?
Thunder, yes, I can choose. And
Okay,
I'm going
yeah.
to choose Thunder.
Oh, yeah, no, you definitely know that's the smart move. Yeah, the tail slams into you, and then just, like, immediately this counter just reverberation blasts out from you. You hear something kind of snap in the tail. As basically, like, it has a little bit of a strange, bend to it that you don't think the tail's supposed to bend that way.
Mm-hmm.
Next, it is Ethan's turn. So,
Okay, Captain.
go ahead.
Sansuri will get up.
Mm.
Then Sansuri's going to smack her with a star.
Okay.
Blow attempt. A natural 20, which I don't think hits.
Nope.
And then a 22.
22 does.
Pogie.
22 is the armor class.
Holy fucking shit.
It's a high armor class, but
Um,
he's also getting shit
20
on.
damage.
20?
Well, it's basically like a demigod of a
20.
creature. So
20. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Why does
alright.
not simply kick
So now all the skeletons. First two. No. The second two. No. Two. Fourth two. No. And then the last three. No. Feels bad.
So none of them?
None of them.
Okay.
what's her plus the hit?
4.
Yes. It's got to be an 18 or higher to hit her. Okay.
It feels bad. And then my turn.
Yeah. That's true. No, yeah, you do have one of those. Go ahead.
I wish for her to make
You don't have that spell.
with saving.
Wisdom?
Yes. Math.
How's a 20 sound for you?
I choose to.
Change her roll
I
to a.
use my life, as in nothing happens.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 10 plus 10. So 20.
That equals 13. So,
Yeah, okay. So now, is that your turn?
unfortunately,
Okay, now it's Imryth's turn.
Uh-huh.
Let me see something real quick. Okay, she doesn't get her lightning breath back. So there's good news.
Unless you're
She, as an action, she's going to take the disengage action. And she is going to dive into the water. And then she's gonna start, and you see her go down through the tunnel. Yeah.
question. How
down.
much swim speed does she have?
Let's see.
It's halved.
It is halved.
It is halved.
So
She had to go 20 feet down for. And then.
So she makes okay. So she's kind of near the entrance, so you can see her starting to get through. And she had to use an action to disengage, so she can't dash. So that's about where she gets. So you can kind of see her tail in the tunnel. It is now Yarrow's turn. You watched her dive in. You can't see her from where you are.
Oh, I can't. Okay. So where would I have to move to see her?
You'd have to get right over the pool of water.
You can move here, right? What? You can move here, right? Isn't she?
Should yeah, that's 30.
50 square.
Yeah. You could move up right to the edge.
What would you say the radius of that fountain is?
The pool of water.
Yes.
It's 20 feet across.
Okay, so the radius is 10 feet.
Yeah.
All right, quick math. Just a second.
Yeah. All right. So Yarrow, you can barely see her tail. Also, from that being right over it, it's still a little hard. Being on the opposite side, you have a better angle at it.
Okay. I'm gonna try an Eldritch Blast her.
She's gonna have like 3/4 cover.
Hold on, that didn't work as I intended. Well, I guess 13, 16, so 16 plus 8 would be 24,
4.
and the 13 would be 21, which doesn't hit.
No, because of the extra cover
Okay.
that she has. The
24?
No, because 3/4 cover adds 5 to your AC.
Fuck.
Because you have a really awkward angle on her right now.
Well, I ain't got shit to slow her down, so
Okay.
fuck.
It's a good thought, for sure, my dude.
Yeah, it's the only chance I really had. Yeah.
Next, it is Uther's turn. Uther,
Lightbringer.
you better believe he's jumping in that. You better
Oh
believe.
no! Don't be stupid. Okay, fine. That's fine.
He's gonna get her ass, dude. Out of everyone here,
Here's
he is the best equipped to jump in that water.
here's the thing. He jumps in,
Plan.
and you see him fly through this water. Like, this is when you realize storm giants are fantastic swimmers. And he just cuts right through. And he's gonna take some swings at Imryth. One misses. The other one... Yeah, that hits. Oh dear God. That's a lot of damage. Alright. So you all watch as Uther dives in. He takes his great sword, and you can barely see like what's happening through the water. Is there's still like the ripples and it's kind of like obscured, and you just hear this roar of pain, and then you actually see this ancient blue dragon get like thrown back up to the surface with a massive greatsword sticking out of her. And she is like
I was gonna
has-
freeze it. I was
has-
gonna freeze the fountain, man.
has nothing left. And you all, in whatever way, shape, or form, end this blue dragon's life.
Yay!
I got to take a turn.
As the whole group just slams into her. Sarissa's there right alongside of you. She's slamming into the side with this maul, and you can see just like tears of rage in her eyes as this dragon gets battered into a bloody pulp.
Many dead.
Obviously, you guys are, level 10. You know. That has to happen. Obviously. You weren't supposed to have it yet, but you just took... Come on. Also, quick note. Final chapter of the book? Yeah, we don't need that anymore. You guys just bypassed chapter 12. However, there's this moment of just like, as everybody's breathing heavily and just looking down in disbelief at processing what happened, processing the betrayal, the fight, the murder, all of it just like they're just like blown away. And there's just kind of this moment where awkward pause. And Sarissa looks to Uther.
Thank you, Lightbringer.
And she says, "This is good job on getting a hold of her." She kind of gestures to the rest of you there. She's like, "I think the small folk have earned our trust."
Crane just like looks around. He's like, "Guys, we just killed a fucking ancient dragon. There's piss in my pants."
Come a long way from little goblin patrol, haven't we?
Alright, time to now examine new bodies.
Oh god. So, Sarissa looks to the rest of you and she's like, I could never thank you enough. I'm still trying to process. I mean, this all just happened. You've done a great service for my family. Even though they have not been so kind to you. I have many questions for my sisters. But as happy as this moment is, and my father's still missing. I believe Imryth here was most likely a key figure in potentially the slaying of my mother. I will have to ask my sisters some questions about this, but I'm sure she has her hands in a lot of things. But I do have a clue as to where my father could be. And you've already done so much for us. But if you really want to help fix this ordning problem once and for all, having my father back would do wonders. I'm doing my best, but I'm still young. Only about 100 years old. And my father is much better at this than I am.
I'm listening, but I'm also, seeing as we leveled up, I'm going to kind of use this victory as sort of a tribute, and I'm going to try and contact Cord, and I'm going to say that there's a warrior here. There's a warrior that deserves to be here today. He was slain by this creature that we've now brought down in your honor, and I hope that, I'm reaching out to you in hopes that you might be able to bring him back to us. And I'm using my divine intervention for the day. So hoping that he could bring Harshnad to the chamber right now.
Okay.
I feel like a wish would be able to do that, or like a true
Down.
resurrection would be able to do that. So God should be able to. So
Roll for your
percentile dice.
Yeah, don't you have to roll like a 10 or lower?
I do.
He has to beat his level, basically.
So
Or get lower than
I
his
have,
level.
I have to get lower than my level.
Well, yeah.
So can I roll D100? Does it work?
Yeah. Yeah.
98. Not a thing. He did not hear me.
Oh, I thought it was the upper end. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So you reach out to Cord, and you know that there is the gods are limited in how often they can interact with the plane. And you sense that right now, at least, that's not entirely possible.
It's worth a shot.
Oh, yeah, entirely.
It's like my thing at level 10, so I might as
Oh,
well.
yeah, no, I'm totally on board. So, Sarissa, looks to the rest of the group and, just says, like looks to the giants, and says, thank you for your aid. And the two giants kind of look at her, and the frost giant says, we came here to ask what you intended to do about the ordning and what you intended to do to fix it. But I see now great steps have been made. I am satisfied. The stone giant says, if these folk are on a quest given from the Oracle, they will get it done. If the Oracle believes in them, I believe in them. So, she turns to all of you and she's like, well, I haven't showed anyone this yet, but I have a little clue as to where, maybe who you could look for, who potentially. I do believe that my father was abducted. I had never told anyone, so Imryth seemed suspicious when she said it. But she pulls out, and it's tiny in her hands. It's this little tiny thing. It's hard to see. It looks like a coin or something. And she kneels down and gives it to whoever's in front, which it looks like the closest one's Malachi. So she leans down. She's like, "This was found next to my mother's body when we learned of her death." And she hands you, and you take it. It's like this little token made of wood. And on it is paint in gold paint. You see a goose.
A goose?
Yes.
Can I look at it? Like,
Yeah.
does it look like an insignia of something I would know, or like a symbol, or?
You take a look at it. Yeah, roll a history check. Roll with advantage.
That's a natural 20 on the first one,
Okay.
and a natural 20 on the second one.
Exactly.
You level up again.
What the fuck? That will never happen. And I got it on a history check. I'm actually pissed.
You
I'm
look at
actually
this.
pissed.
Hey, I've been rolling shit the entire session.
You look at this and you're like, wait a second. And you reach into your bag. And back in your first job that you took running security, you took a little souvenir just as a little note as you pull out an identical token.
The fucking golden goose.
And Sarissa's like, so you know this place?
It was you.
It's a casino.
She's like, what?
A place where people go to gamble. It's a
I know.
boat.
She's like, I know what it is, but why would that? That's very strange.
Who runs the casino?
I'm gonna say with that history check, you know, and you've worked there. You definitely know the name of the owner of the Golden Goose Casino is a man. So it's on the boat itself is called the Grand Dame. You know that the man who owns it and runs it is known as Casper Dryland. He's he's a man with terrible tastes in fashion, and I mean you saw on the boat everything's very garish and over the top. But he's got an eye patch, and he's got and you see a couple times he's got this weird pet octopus that sometimes he carries around on his shoulder for some reason. Like,
Uh-huh.
he's a weird freaking dude. You know exactly who this is. He's the one who runs it.
Okay. It's run by a man named Casper, and from what I remember, he's really weird.
She's like, where is this casino? Do you know what city is it?
Yartar, where I'm from.
She's like, all right, so that's pretty far inland. I imagine if a bunch of giants showed up to Yartar, they wouldn't take too kindly to it.
No, especially since the increase in giant attacks.
Would you mind seeking out this Casper and seeing what he knows?
I never leave a job undone.
She's like, well, I couldn't thank you enough, but I can reward you. You've obviously earned it. And let me take a quick look at...
Dude, I can't believe I fucking rolled 2 nat 20s in a row on a history check.
That is a funny thing, isn't it?
God,
I mean,
damn.
it's like when you know Yarl's rolling 20s on things that aren't as good. All right, so she goes. There's a royal treasury, and she has some things retrieved for you all. So you are all given. There's a large pile of jewelry and other things, like valuable things, like this massive pile. Like, you're gonna need to bag a holding for a lot of this, and then split some of this up probably. And she's like, sometimes we can gather things from shipwrecks, and well, we bring them here. Here, and she gives you, the group gains 10,000 gold in jewelry and valuables and things like that.
Amity's about to jizz her pants, dude.
Which a lot of this could be, like, a lot of the gems you could just use kind of as currency. And a matter of fact, it might be a little bit more, like, space efficient. Like, you probably don't want just, like, 10 grand in gold, like, you know.
So that's 2,000 gold a piece. We'll just do for...
Moyer, you're looking through this, like, all of these things. Roll a perception check for me.
Shipwrecks, baby.
Yeah. So, let's see. It's a 16.
Okay. You look through, and there's all sorts of valuable things, and then one little piece of something kind of found its way into all of this. And you pull out this little, like, it's flimsy. It looks like it's kind of been waterlogged and it's rotted a little bit, but it's like this very flimsy little, just like, wooden pipe. And it's got like dolphins carved into it, and you recognize it. It belonged to the captain of your old ship. The crew would always give him crap about having dolphins carved into his pipe, to which he would backhand anybody who, you know. But this belonged to the captain of your ship. And as Sarissa sees you pull that out, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. That might have. You don't have to take that. It's fine." She's like, "I won't be offended."
I knew the owner of this.
She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that."
I'm guessing you found the wreckage.
We find many.
I was on that boat.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but there are many wreckages. There's a bit of a lot of things find their way down here.
Do you know how they wrecked?
No, we find that many of them. There's kind of above Maelstrom. There's this whirlpool, and some ships fall to that. I don't know if that's what happened. Other things sometimes find their way down here.
There was pirates that attacked us.
She's like, she's a story all too common on the trackless sea.
Maybe you've heard of them. They have a special ship. Looks like a squid type deal.
She kind of thinks for a moment, and she says, I haven't seen any wreckages of squid ships or anything like that. I'm just now kind of starting to learn more about small folk. My mother, she loved meeting with them. Always thought that they could do more than, the average giant gave them credit for. I hope to learn more, but I'm sorry right now that's not within my knowledge.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So, yeah, you are all given the valuables. Moyer, you get a little memento, and then also you do get a set of magical items, which I will go ahead and just I will put in the Discord after this session. Well, that's okay. Yeah, there's like 4 magical items. So yeah, I'll do some rolling for that. I have a list, but we'll do that after the session. I was not expecting you guys to. Oh, this has been the most surprising session since ever. So, she looks at all of you. She's like, I have a way that I can teleport you to Yartar if that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
Do you all need to rest? I mean, feel free to spend some time here if you need it.
I guess that makes sense.
Okay.
I would rest in your army.
Yeah, Moyer's like, So it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Let's have a rest and travel then. I'm sure you'll be safe in here. Moyer.
So, yeah. So you are. She assigns. She assigns a storm giant guard to your group. Not to hold. She says you. I mean, if you have needed anything, you're free to walk about in these areas. I wouldn't recommend going outside of the audience hall, throne room, and then the guest quarters. Parts of this fortress can be dangerous. If you need something, let me know. And you all earned the rest. And yeah, so the storm giant guard. She's like, go with them. Make sure they are safe. Anything they need, if you can handle it, do. If you can't, come to me. And the storm giant's just like, right away. So.
Okay, something I want to do. I want to cast Scrying on this casino owner.
You aren't familiar with him.
Yeah, but I've heard of him, which means that I've heard of the target, which means he has a +5 on his save.
Okay, sure. Let me look up real quick just to scry.
What the fuck do you want?
Okay.
Asshole?
Okay, yeah. If you've heard of them, and then you don't have any part of like his belongings or anything.
The coin count?
Hmm?
The coin count as a belong?
Oh. Yeah. No, you do have a token from his casino. I would say... let's see, possession or a garment. I call that a possession or a garment. Yeah, so he only gets a +1 to it now. On top of whatever. So, yeah, I think that's fair. Okay. So +1 to that, plus his wisdom. So let me check his Where are you at, Casper? Okay. Uh-huh. What is his
Wisdom.
I'm trying to figure out what. There it is. Okay, that's his stat block.
Okay, so I want to do that. I'm gonna tell Crane that I'm doing it. So Crane, I'm gonna try and I've got a new spell I want to try. I might be able to like kind of eavesdrop on this Casper guy. I'll need to borrow the coin though.
I don't think a 13 passes.
It does not. All right, so Crane, I'm involving you in this. I'm scrying Caspar.
Okay.
Okay, and basically what I want to do is like follow him for like however long the spell lasts.
What does it do?
10 minutes, I believe.
10 minutes, yeah. It creates an invisible. He failed it. He failed the save, so it creates an invisible sensor, and I can see and hear him for the 10 minutes.
Gods have mercy on your soul. I don't know what you're gonna see, but it's gonna be weird.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm seeing the whole time because I've been in the casino before, right? So like that's what I'm doing basically.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get any information I can about the casino or his dealings or whatever. That's basically what I'm doing.
All right.
So I know that puts a lot of strain on the DM to try and.
Oh no. This is fine. This is fine. I'm totally okay with this.
I think you're just being a dick.
Right. So you take this token and this Casper that you've heard about, and using this extra little connection from which actually I think did make a difference, because it would have been an extra +4, so it would have been a 17. Would a 17 have passed?
That is the save DC. So
okay.
Yes.
So yeah. So the token. Good thinking there, Tyler. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the token made it happen. So your vision is like goes dark, and then it starts to kind of come like it starts to brighten as you see this room looks to be like a ship cabin, large. It's got like purple velvet curtains. There's like these candles and like, these gaudy candelabras. I mean, it's just like this. There's this in the middle of this room. There's a table with an aquarium on it and a little octopus in it. It's got a little coral reef in there, and you see a man sitting at a writing desk. Next to him, he has like this silk hammock, equally gaudy, and he is counting gold. He's got a bag there. He's kind of chuckling to himself. The man is wearing like this, like he's got kind of like this. It looks to be like a leather armor kind of thing, but looking at it, he doesn't look like a man who's really used it very much. It kind of looks like it's mostly for show, make him look tougher than he is. And he's got these large golden earrings. He's got a graying beard and mustache. And yeah, he's counting gold out of this bag. You hear him kind of mumbling under his breath, just like, "Good day today." A few minutes pass, so you have 10 minutes with this. So a few minutes pass, you see him get up, you see him go over and play, like kind of reach down and kind of like rub the head of this octopus in the aquarium. And then as he's doing this, there's like this moment where he stops and like you hear him saying like it sounds like he's replying to a conversation. Like if somebody's like you hear somebody on the phone, but you can only hear one side of the conversation. It's like that, where he's just like, yes, of course. No one knows. Of course, yes. Right away.
So it looks like sending, or he's talking to someone in the room.
So it seems like when he's talking, he doesn't have like one direction he's looking at. It doesn't look like it's anything in the room, so you would assume something like sending. And he seems like his like he's excited when he hears his voice, and then like after it's done, you kind of hear like see him like start to grab his head after it seems to be over, and he's just like, oh, always gives me the worst headache. And he goes over, and you see like a little bit of blood trickling from his nose. And he goes and he lies down in his hammock, and it looks like he goes to sleep for the night. And so that's where he is until your scry spell ends.
He just got instructions from someone, probably one of the sisters, but we need to act quickly tomorrow.
And Sarissa says like one of like Miran and Im, you think?
I think so. It was like a sending spell. He was talking to them like in his head, or to whoever it was. I mean, there could be someone else involved, but I mean, I figure the dragon was the ringleader, right? And then the sisters might have been conspiring. Your sisters might have been conspiring with the dragon. So,
to some degree, yes, of course, that's true. I need more information from them. I will interrogate them.
But he is in contact with some kind of reasonably high-level magic user to cast that sort of spell. It's obvious he wasn't casting the spell, but we need to move quickly tomorrow.
She's like, I will say that neither of my sisters are spellcasters, and while storm giants have some innate ability, sending is not among it. I will make sure that they have their rooms searched to see if they have anything. Yeah, I'll see to it.
Okay, well, I think we should all get a rest. We've earned it, and we'll hopefully wrap this up tomorrow.
And she's like,
I'm like, yeah.
Sorry?
I didn't. I mean, like wrap, like find
Yeah.
Hecaton. Yeah.
She's like, I would love to see my father again. He's my father is, well, she kind of looks over. It's just a lot like Uther, in a way. And Uther's just like, I take that as a compliment. She's like, he's stern, most of the times fair, skeptical. My mother balanced him out in a lot of ways, and he's doing the best that he can in her absence. He's not perfect, but I respect him. And, well, I mean, you all felt the effects of him being gone. He did a pretty good job of keeping the giants in check, at least as much as one can without the ordaining. He's a giant among giants. So, if you do meet him, he might come across a little stern, sometimes even rude, maybe a little mean, you could say, but please believe he's a good sort. Well, yeah, feel free to have your rest. I can have some food sent down. We get some pretty fresh seafood here.
Of course you do.
It's like, well, I mean, have you noticed where you are?
No, I just...
So, yeah. So you are free to rest. Food is provided. Again, like ridiculously fresh. All sorts of seafood, things like
Still
that.
wiggling.
Even like shark. You ever tried? You have an opportunity to try shark if you want it. Yeah, clam. Octopus. Calamari if that's your thing. Whatever. So, you all bed down for the night.
Yes.
And
Yeah, but I want to ritual cast commune.
Oh.
I'm doing all of the downtime stuff.
Sure. Yeah. Feel free.
All right, I've got questions. it's either court or a divine proxy of court.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
What you got for me?
I don't know what my 3 questions are.
Does anybody wanting to talk about anything with each other? Like, you all just, like, got back from this ridiculous scenario?
Alright. People can think about that in just a sec. So, what was his name that I just described?
Casper?
Casper. Who was Casper communicating with is question 1. Board may or may not know that. Well,
Alright, commune. Let's see, 3
You
questions.
were a knowledge cleric, dude. You're gonna know fucking
So, commune is a yes or a no?
Mass. Yeah, no. You can't ask up to 3 questions that can be answered. Oh, that can be answered with yes or no. Okay, I see your correct answer. Okay, was Caspar communicating with one of the 2 sisters?
No.
Yeah.
Was it someone else within the court?
No.
Was it Klaus? Or
Was it Hecaton?
Well, technically, isn't he a part of the?
He's part of
no.
the court.
Wait,
Yeah,
left-
Hecaton would be. I mean, he's like the center of the court, so.
maybe is it a dragon or is it Klaus? Is my 2 potential.
Was Imryth the only outs? Or no, because we know that if it's no one in the court, it wasn't somebody in the court. It's somebody else. Have we encountered the ringleader of for Hecaton's disappearance, like the ringleader?
No.
Oh shit.
There's and as like you ask these questions, there's just like a little short phrase of just like there is one more party at play here.
All right, I let everybody else know that. I'm like, hey, there's still someone that's pulling the strings that we haven't run into yet. Just so everyone knows that. So.
So. Anything else anybody would like to talk about? Do whatever.
There's a whole pipe and thinking.
Yeah. And as you are, you hear Eventide's voice in your head, and she says, you and your companions have struck a great blow today to the disease plaguing this land. I think your captain would be proud.
I don't think he'd be see me where I am today.
Probably not.
I have 83 HP, dude.
So, anything else anybody would like to do?
Did the dragon have anything on her, by the way?
The dragon. Let me take a quick look here. I don't think she does. I think she's got like she swaps into like her dragon form, and it's just dragon.
It's like I might
Now
have to,
you know that a dragon of this size has a lair. I mean, there's got to be. You don't live. And a dragon doesn't live this long and not have a lair.
Mm-hmm.
You just have no idea where it is.
Yep, and we might never find it because she's dead now. So.
But you know, who knows? There could be. I mean, it's an ancient dragon. There could be stories.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, it looks like on her. I don't think there's. Yeah, I don't think there's a really.
I could always legend lore her, and I'd know where her lair is.
Does that work on a dead body?
sure, dude.
The spell's
does now.
pretty. let's see. Let's look at the spell. Legend lore. Hang on, it's not prepared.
I say all the spells.
Name or describe a person, place, or object.
Oh, person,
The
place.
spell brings to mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named.
Okay. I mean, that would definitely get you started.
I could have cast it on the coin if no one knew what the coin was, but since he rolled 2 natural 20s, that
Well,
You know.
yeah. That's why I said he had it with him. I was like, screw it, he's got 2 natural. Yeah, he's got it right there. He can hold it right up next to him and be like, yep, that's the one.
yeah.
So, I think, unless there's anything else anybody would like to do, that's a fine place to call it for tonight.
Yeah.
You guys just,
Commune with my leader.
yeah,
Tabitha.
yeah. You and Tabitha have some great talk.
Mm-hmm. Catching on that she's actually the ringleader to all this.
Whoa.
It was Tabitha all
I'm
along.
staff now.
And I
You know
can't.
how powerful she'd
keep
be if she
covering.
had the spider staff?
Yeah, she's just like Tabitha. You gotta be careful with those sending messages now. They're on to us.
I don't know how much longer they're gonna believe that I control you.
Tabitha was the real one all along.
Dun dun dun. Tabitha is Sansuri.
Anyway, so yeah, so you guys, so the counter spell, because here's the thing, I went and I looked. She has 1 a day spell casting, so on certain things. One of them being teleport. So if teleport gets foiled, so
Whoops.
and then I was gonna have her dive down in the water earlier, but I was like, I mean, she was still like above. She was like 250 HP still, or something like that.
You know what I was
So-
going to do, by the way? I was going to freeze that water with the tear, or I was going to make a whirlpool out of it. One of those.
Oh, that would have sucked. Yeah, no, that would be pretty spicy. Yeah, and so she,
Oh, you have shaped water, don't
but
you?
she was like,
water,
well,
yeah.
she's got the little, she's also got the shard of the eyes or anything. Yeah, no, but she was like, she's an ancient dragon. She's like, I freaking got this. I can f up a few more things before I leave. It was close. It was real close. But whenever Uther went after her, she had 10 HP.
Oh.
She had 10. I was like, and one of them hit, and I'm like, actually, no, even if he rolled all 1s on his attacks, it still would be over 10. So, good freaking job, guys. Chapter 12, the final chapter, we don't need it anymore, get that out of here. However, there are still a few things to be done, and, yeah, we'll see who this third party is.
How much do we just cut off of the camp in there?
A whole chapter? The
Yeah.
whole final chapter? Which would have taken probably a couple sessions or so? 2 or 3
Jesus
sessions?
fucking Christ.
So, yeah, you guys just shunk. Goodbye!
Now none of this would have happened if Derek didn't counterspell the teleport.
Entirely. Oh, yeah, no, like, you guys would have... Yeah. no.
That's like the one good roll I did all session, and you know what?
It's the most important one.
It was the most important one.
Yeah, like, I saw
Those
this,
two
and I was
nat
just like...
20s on the history check.
But I saw it, and I was
listen
just
here.
like, are they just gonna go
I
fight
need
it
to
right
shut
now?
the fuck-
Because I was like, I mean, they got a bunch of giants on their side, plus the freaking throne. I'm like, they can do it, yeah, why not? And the other big thing was she missed when she grabbed the scepter.
Yeah.
Because the scepter, you now know, is part of controlling the throne.
Right.
So that's why she was trying to grab it, so that way she didn't have access to it anymore. So, good job, guys. I will give you those magical items. I'll put them in the shared chat, and then you guys can decide what you want to do with them. You all have 2 grand worth of valuables apiece, many of it being gems. And we'll be back next Sunday, unless something else happens, but... Alright. Have a good day! See ya!
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, done by 8.
So, thanks for watching if anybody's still there. that was certainly a surprising episode. My internet is tanking. Why is it doing that?
Alright.
I just did for just a little bit while I sign up.
Sorry.
So yeah, super surprising. Thanks for watching. And we'll be back on Sunday, next Sunday. And yeah, until then, have a good one.